Brother Ron, and welcome to We All Be News Radio and TV, the news-free Dixie for the 21st century.
Okay.
Let's see what I can do.
Okay. Did that turn it off?
I still hear it.
The CIA hate the bitches. Has it ever happened before?
I mean, you got more than one.
Okay, I need to turn something off.
Yeah, maybe the Instagram Live or just one of them.
Okay, I'll tell you what we can do. I like this shit too. You know what? Oh, I can't even like Instagram like that. Fuck y'all.
Okay.
Go to hell, Instagram. I mean, I really don't like you. So see if that'll do. Dang. Like it won't go away. Hold on. Did it go?
Yeah, I cut out my Instagram.
Okay, good. Fuck them. Okay, I can go back. I can go back to Facebook then. And yeah, I hate Facebook.
Yeah, they banned me from streaming on some BS. I don't know what's going on.
Oh no. You're doing the election shit. They don't like that shit, man. They don't
like it.
No. You can't, brother Hurt, you can't be doing shit. You have to hate Trump's ass.
Oh.
You know, it's amazing. Much as they want niggas to forgive white people for everything they've ever done, they want us to hate Trump. When white folk want you to hate somebody, you need to ask yourself why.
Yep.
Hold on, let me see something. When white folk want you to hate somebody, you need to ask yourself why.
Definitely. Hold
on. Can this do this? Now, rotate your device. You can't turn your phone. Oh, fuck you. This is why I need an iPhone at some point. Okay, now back here it works. Now, so what I need to do, hold on one more second. I'm gonna figure out a welfare way to sort this. Okay, so this will do it from here. So if I had it like this and turn this shit around, okay. Well, I need to have it, okay, like this, and then oh shit, I got you. Damn, I got both of us. Okay, although there's some reflection and shit on here, that's okay. And I just need to, can I make this smaller? Okay, what I need to do, wait a minute. All I need to do is, which way do I have to move? I need to move here. And if I sit here, I got both of us in the frame. Okay.
There you go.
Hello, brother Ron Hurd.
Not the short.
Welcome.
It's an honor.
Who you gonna call? Coon
Busters.
Coon Busters. I can't stand coons. Church coons, mosque coons, Jehovah Witness coons, old coons, new coons, coons. The Congressional Black Caucasian coons, National Asshole Network coons, National Association of Coon Person coons, Southern Coon Leadership Conference coons. I just don't like coons. Fat coons, straight coons, gay coons, trans coons. gender dysphoria coons, sexuality coons, Black Lives Matter coons. I just don't like coons. None of them.
Mm.
I don't like Baptist coons, apostolic coons, Pentecostal coons, northern coons, southern coons, suburban coons, city coons, project coons, condo coons, condom coons, AIDS coons, syphilis coons, right?
Yeah.
Shopping coons, criminal coons, lying coons, lesbian coons, feminist coons, pork chop feminist coons, right?
Mm.
Evangelical coons, Catholic coons, Buddhist coons, Hindu coons, Kamala, slut. I just don't like coons. And so I have a serious problem. I have pathological hatred of coons. And I needed to form a group called Coon Busters to try to find all the other people who can't stand coons, boule coons, middle class coons, HBCU coons, Ivy League college coons, trade school coons, culinary arts coons, mass communication coons, CNN addicted coons, drug coons, homeless coons, drunkard coons, druggy coons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boomer coons and millennial coons, the dumbest fucks of all times. I mean, the worst nut must have fallen out of penises the last 20 years. God damn, where'd they find these people? But anyway, it's not about me. Today is a day for me on Coon Busters to honor one of the coolest people that I have met in the 7 years? I
Yeah,
think in
it's
March
crazy.
I've known you 7 years.
Yes.
And everybody, anyone, the next time anyone says Randy Short is obsessed with being seen, and I need to just say, niggas, I've been going on TV since 1980. It's 40 years.
Mm.
Okay. Not that I didn't even fight to get on. People put me on. And I started doing radio in actually, first time I did television is 1976.
Wow.
Next year, it will be 45 years since I started doing television. Okay. And my dad used to do television. And my mother worked in television for 25 years. And I worked in
Wow.
television for 4 years. And I worked for Voice of America for about a year. And I was on a 50,000 watt station in Jackson, Tennessee for several months.
Mm.
And so forth and so forth. So if I'm a little out there, and wow, for the last 10 years, I've been doing Russia Today, Press TV, Al Arabiya. I was doing all kinds of independent media. I but I've never really bugged people to try to be on. You're probably the person I've called the most to be on shows, believe it or not. I haven't called anybody as much as I've called you. I call you some. I think I call you a lot, but one reason is you're just a very good, cool brother, and I was in Tennessee and I was traumatized by the coons down there. So those are Delta coons and Mississippi Delta coons. It's really bad. I mean, niggas that still want to pick cotton when it's automated. I mean, that's like a person trying to drink their own pee when they can get dialysis. Anyway. But I just have to. First of all, I just have to let everybody know, if you like Dr. Randy Short, you have to understand that this thing that you're seeing now and my YouTube channel having almost 1,200 people, I want to, God bless, and I want to give a hand clap to all of you that did this, because it wasn't my idea. Brother Ron Hurd basically bullied me. He just snubbed me. He put anybody on his show but me. And forced me to get my own channel. I'm telling everybody, I've had this channel for 11 years. 11 years. The main things I put up there were nature things and police stopping people, nothing major. My cat, you come on, you looked at this, almost nothing on there. I mean, I have more stuff on selfish. I mean, I never really wanted to do anything with this YouTube channel. I wanted to always have it as a backup in case fake book, or should be called fuck book. And I hope we all say fuck you to fuck book eventually. Fuck you, Facebook. I'm serious. I can't wait. Where is black book or nigger book? In fact, it won't be black because how we are. Should it be coon book? That would be the only thing associated with coons, because the only way to reach coons, probably I can save like 1%. Like Noah's Ark, let all the others get flushed down with the floods. But Were it not for you, so I have to say thank you. Not only that, the first film I ever did that I directed, nobody was watching it until We All Be. Damn it, my mother's calling. She's gonna call to tell me there's groceries and shit. Okay, let me just
Right.
put in the glass and tell my mother you're embarrassing me. Okay, hold on. Hey, mom, I'm broadcasting. Are you telling me that you have groceries in the car?
Yes, okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be doing this for a while. We just started. Um,
All right.
okay, so this. Yeah, I'll get to it. Okay, all right. Bye. Okay.
I love it. I love your mom, man. It's cool.
I just knew. I mean, you never stop being proud. Like 50 years since you even bit someone on the titty, you still have to do what someone said, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's absolutely, I mean, so, I'll be doing like a broadcast, excuse me, your drawers are dirty up on the washing machine, and it's like people from like, that's just, well, mom, what do you want me to do? Hang my drawers in front of the camera so they can see that there's shit stains in my underwear? Um,
Beautiful mom. Beautiful mom.
Back to you. That film, Facade of the American Dream, which made the FBI and shit mad at me. They were all at my house and shit. They were looking for this white woman I supposedly had here in the basement. Now, does it look like there's a bed in here? And by the way, the only person I've ever shared the bed with in the basement is Selfish. And that person, she has her own space. She's the cat. And I wouldn't try to screw a cat. But there are people who screw cats in D.C. There was a guy who used to go to Howard University Hospital and have a plastic bag over the cat that he penetrated. And they'd have to unstick him.
Wow.
Black person, too. Now, I'll tell you, rub pussy. That's nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty. This shit really happened. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be funny. But anyway, I want to thank you for doing that, because that film made an impact to the extent that nobody has yet. I mean, the FBI and them were at my house worried about this damn film, and you've been paid by another government. I says, I wish the hell I was paid by another government. In fact, they wouldn't have to pay me to talk about racism. I would do that shit for free. Would you be a sponsor? I asked about lesbians that came here. They were lesbian FBI. I can't stand feminists. They sent feminists to my house. The thing that's so crazy is I had a dream about two lesbian feminist FBI agents coming to my house. They look like really ugly, Cagney and Lacey Butch type. And yes, they're seeing this. And yes, y'all ugly lesbians. And I was very honest. But they asked, so what would I have a damn white woman in my house for?
Wow.
Look at how unattractive you are. Do you really think I want a white woman? Have you read my emails? Because you read my emails. I don't like y'all. I said, look at you. Why would anybody want you? Only the black men that hate themselves deal with folks that look like you. Since you're here to interrogate me, you don't have to inject me with some sodium pentothal for me to tell you how I feel. Man, wow. They had their heads down and shit. They were so mad. They went out and told all these people all this shit. I'm supposedly have some white woman. He says, I can't even feed my own cat. What am I going to do with a white woman? And a white woman that looks like a trans Gilligan and shit. And I'm definitely not going to get on the middle with theirs, right? I'm just saying, right?
I hear you.
So anyway, Brother Ron, that video went all over, and it just really helped. And then with this channel, and I need to tell you, for the last 4 years, I've been kept off of Facebook about 15 to 16 months.
Wow.
Since 2015. And literally, sometimes it will go back 5, 6, 7, 8 years and say, you did something 8 years ago. We're putting you off for something you said 8 years ago, before they had those rules in. They did this repeatedly at the beginning of the year. They were kept. One day I got 15 notices that I had violated community standards from stuff that went back 10 years ago. So, just when I'm about to give up, like I was 7 years ago that I met you, like, damn, I can't get anyone to see this film. Brother Ron Hurd won't return my call. He's doing the Roberta Flack story I told you the other day. When Luther Vandross was just a background singer, right? He was making good money doing jingles and stuff like that, but he could have done better. And Howardite, Roberta Flack, although they dogged her so she doesn't give them no money, Howard always screws people, especially if you're about something. Howard won't help you. I'm just telling you that's how it is over at Howard with fake ass this and there. I'm just telling you, I know Howard really well. Howard, Roberta Flack fired Luther Vandross from her band to force him to go solo. She wouldn't allow him. So she told people, don't give Luther Vandross jobs. Don't let him sing background. He's capable of being a solo star. And Luther Vandross ended up being forced to seek a contract to record because she blackballed him into greatness. So Coon Busters, which now is moving towards 1,200 viewers.
That's
and
right.
you need to understand, 2 weeks ago, I had less than 200. So thanks to your pressure, it's increased 600% in 2 weeks.
That's a blessing, man. It's good for the people.
And so, and by the way, I want everybody to know, I'm not one of those asshole black activist people. There are a lot of people who have all sorts of content and shit that I've done. They've been making money for years. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've only in the last year began to say, hey, donate. That's to pay for, I've got 2 phones on. I have a new computer on. Here comes Selfish. Everything is about Selfish. Look at Selfish. They think they're a person. And they don't like for me to be on television or do anything. Everything is about them. And so, hey, Selfish, you want to get a close-up. They don't like to be on camera.
Oh, really? Camera shy, huh?
No, they just don't like camera. Like the other day, they were wet. And they wouldn't let me get a picture every time they would move. If I put up video, Selfish will run from the camera. She doesn't like any pictures. You have to sneak them. Animals.
You know, a lot of people like wet ass pussy though. They like WAP.
Yeah, they do. In fact, let me tell you why Joe Biden always was into Cardi B. He thinks that WAP stands for wet ass pedophile. Wet ass predator. Nasty ass. And so we're gonna get into Joe Biden's ass. I just want to give you many kudos for all that you've done. We all be, and you know that you have more than 100,000 followers. I notice how they make it very hard for the genuine black folks on YouTube. I think the only person that's broken out is Tariq Nasheed.
Yeah.
Tariq has had to just do all kinds of crazy shit. He's done everything except have strippers expose themselves on his platform to break out. Because, you know, a lot of black folks, man, I don't want to hear anything about politics. You have a nigger in the hole. In Pelican Bay, I don't want to hear about any conscious stuff. It's the niggas that need to hear us that don't want to hear. There'll always be some bushy person who's trying to get black cred. I listen to We All Be. And they try to sound like they're from the hood and shit, you know. And they eat with all the different spoons and forks and shit now. All in the Jack and Jill fake ass niggas, the ones that are never down for the struggle. Your parents never marched or did anything, and y'all got all the benefits. See, I'm talking about y'all fake ass boule people, and some of y'all kind of guilty. Mom and Dad, I wanna stand up as a black person. Said, no, you have to go to Swiss finishing schools. Well, what did I do after that? You go to Sweden for ski lessons. Then you go to Spain for Spanish lessons. What about going to Africa? It's just look, you can have coconut juice here. And I mean, there's a fake ass. There's some rich ass black people in this country. They don't give a fuck about the rest of us. It's true. We're gonna have to go back to. That's what I love about Coon Busters. It's traumatizing people like the little. I'm gonna just say, you little ugly bitch. She's not ugly. She's actually pretty. But the little bitch ass woman from the Congressional Black Caucus. You know who you are. You were so angry at me. You're so angry because you listen to my shows and I'm pissing you the fuck off. You may have been the one that was up on my YouTube and I told you to go to hell. You really mess with me, I'm going to ask, were you screwing your husband when he was married, before he was married to you? See, I was around now 45 years ago. I noticed that there was a sudden breakup. Don't mess with me. I'll out you, nigga. I believe in equality, broads. If you've been a hoe, I don't care how respectable, and plus a sorority hoe, I especially don't respect y'all. Y'all will get the most disrespect. Okay, real talk. Because I know what y'all did to cross over. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say again, Brother Ron, they made you work hard, but I think you're approaching 90,000 that they'll acknowledge. And you know what? I have sent out 2,700 tweets on Twitter. I only have 174 followers.
That's crazy.
Oh, no, I know. They did that before. I'd have people join. In 1 month, I had 2,200 people try to join me, and Twitter blocked it.
Wow.
But that's okay. That means that we're making impact all over the world. I'm hearing from folks asking for shit in Africa and all. I mean, these niggas think I'm rich. You know, I might be famous, but I'm broke. Like a whole lot of niggas that used to record for $25 a side. You're from Memphis.
Oh yeah, you talking about Ruby Johnson and Stacks? And she got a great voice. She had a great voice.
Yeah, Ruby Johnson's nephew is a pop. She and I might be related because they're from the same. She's from Elizabeth City, which is right next to Rocky Mount, which is right next to Wilson. And all the niggas there fuck each other. It's the same group of people. I'm just telling you. You know how everybody, that's why niggas are crazy down in Memphis and in Jackson, because people be fucking their first cousins and shit. You know, when you get your car, you don't want to go up to Nashville. You won't make it. I mean, you can't hold it trying to get up. What's it, Highway 120 to get to Davidson County? You just, shit, I'm going to fuck my cousin across the street. Damn. Shit, if I can't get a hotel room, we're going to fucking outhouse. So, I'm just saying. And yes, so look, we're getting there. We're breaking. In fact, this election, thanks to people like yourself, Brother Ron, people like T West at Afro Synergy.
Oh, you're doing great work, yeah.
Black Authority, Professor Black Truth, even Boyce Watkins. You know, I'm reluctant to praise his head. He came out and started telling the truth at the last minute. They must have not offered him anything. Fly Nubian Queen, although they hate Trump, they just over hate Trump. You know, it's a cunt thing. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I said it like that. There are people out there putting real good stuff out. There's a guy, the ADOS thing, as much as Yvette Carnell does look like Kid off a house party. And what's the dude? The one that looks like a mutant ninja turtle.
He's talking about Antonio Moore, right?
I call him Prone. And we need to,
okay.
We need to give him some elocution lessons.
He is a lawyer, though. Is he not a lawyer? Legal?
Well, what cases has he won? Okay, a lot of people are lawyers. A lot of
this is
people
true.
practice it, right? Yeah. Anyway, I'm not saying that they're wrong, but they always try to take credit for stuff they haven't done. And by the way, we've just completely. I can't wait. They're going to round up Black Lives Matter. This is going to be a great year. And so it's a great year for Black media. If Joe Biden becomes president, for all you bitches out here that voted for him, and all you coon-ass toxic pimp niggas that are always begging for pussy and nobody respects you and you don't pay child support, everybody hates you, shit. And you don't stand for anything, and you think you're a man. You're a liar. If Biden becomes president and he just had that dude, Klain or Kotex, whatever his name is, it starts with a K. May as well have K's in front of it.
I'm a big Klansman. This Klan, Ron Klan.
Engineer 5-6 million Black people in jail as his chief of staff, and Rahm Emanuel, who also dogged and covered up all the murders for Blacks in Chicago. They're bringing all the folks who hate our guts from the Democratic Party. That's all Jim Crow Pedo Joe is trying to do, is fuck us, Obama style. In fact, it just came out, and Obama's own shimwas, because there's nothing manly about that bitch nigga, that he picked Joe Biden to please white supremacists. Let you know that Joe Biden is a white supremacist. And Obama aligned himself with a person that was known to be a white supremacist to let the white supremacists that were Republicans know he wouldn't do anything for Black people. So all you niggas that like Obama, basically fuck you again. I've been saying it for what, 12 years?
You've been very consistent.
Y'all are dumb as shit. Y'all will always be dumb as shit. You were losers. You were fools to vote for his ass. Y'all are the ones that really kicked into high gear, give nothing to black people, never get anything for your votes, no reparations, no justice, no housing, no fucking snap, crackle, or pop. That includes the EBT card. It used to be the Democrats at least got you Section 8 and welfare. Now that all goes to illegals. So I want to thank you, brother. I mean, I've just heated this up. Now, I just want to say one more time, Ron Hurd is the voice, the Malcolm X, the Paul Robeson, the Renaissance man of the Middle South. This man is holding up. He's got niggas in Mississippi thinking, who'd have thought? I mean, he had niggas dying in the 60s, hoping that these niggas would vote, hoping that these niggas, can I please talk to you about voting? No, we okay here, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Shut the door, sir. Please get off my yard, sir. No, sir. Yeah, and niggas say sir and shit, and it's really sir means fuck you down there. Yes, sir, 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 sir. You know. Anyway, he's got niggas in Memphis thinking. He's got niggas in Arkansas thinking. He's got niggas in Oklahoma. They're remembering Black Wall Street off his ass. He's done a great job of making people think. You know, and he's been doing it consistently. You know, I'm inconsistent. I'm like a nigga with erectile dysfunction with refills on my Viagra prescription. So every now and then I get something out, but this nigga be just pounding this shit out. It's like a nigga can't get enough ass. I mean, he just hit the booty, hit the booty, hit the booty, hit the booty.
Oh, he's crazy.
And I'm just saying that he's been doing it for years. And we need to send him. You see his Cash App. Break off some for him and break off some for me too. Help us, because I need some cameras. I need a green screen. I have the green screen. I just need the frame. I need some cameras. I need to like mix so I have better sound and stuff, because we're going to start putting videos and shit. You know, I could do as good as T West. And I sound better than T West. I love you, T West. But, you know, it's obvious. You know, when I'm bullshitting, it's smooth. When I bullshit, it's smooth. And I think it's this northern nigga in me that, you know, actually, I'm not a northern nigga, but down in Tennessee and Kentucky, I get called northern nigga. I don't know what that's about, because I'm from Virginia. Virginia's like capital Confederacy, but down there, y'all act like if your family didn't pick cotton, y'all weren't, you know, oppressed. Well, y'all pick tobacco, or, you know, that shit don't count. Y'all know, you know, you didn't have the blood come out your hand when you touched that ball. And I'm thinking, they couldn't grow cotton up there because the tobacco fucked up the soil. But still, you should have been marked down south to pick cotton. You can't be with us. No, this oppression and Jim Crow is just for us. We the only ones that suffered. And I would say to them, well, if y'all were so oppressed, why did y'all let Martin Luther King get killed in your city? Fuck you. So anyway, look. Brother Ron, it's coming up. I'm just hyping this. Look, come on, y'all. Come into the room. There are 58 people. It would be nice if there was 60.
Yes.
I mean, if we could get 2 more, you know, y'all don't make me do like I did on Brother Darren's show.
That was a great show.
Oh, that was. All we need is the people, Lord Jesus. 60 days. Oh, no. Oh, right. No, yes, I am. You know, by the way, you know, today is my Sabbath, and we do have our little fellowship. I'm going to start sending you my sermons. That's going to really.
Oh, definitely.
Because they say, how dare you? He cost too much to know Jesus. Well, didn't Jesus say the nigga on the cross that was a criminal, right?
Yeah.
Well, he killed people. I'm just cussing. Now, I might just say whole pussy shit now. A couple words. I mean, hell, it's words. I thought talk was cheap. And by the way, black women, please stop trying to control me. In fact, oh God, we got to 60. See, I start praying. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Give me 100. Oh, me 199 and a half won't do. Oh, no. Okay. By the way, I love the music. See, I sound southern there. Oh, I found which are in heaven. I will be thy holy name. Oh, Lord. Okay, yes. I am a southerner. I'm not a northern nigger. They hated me in Massachusetts. I hated Massachusetts. I was hoping like a tsunami. Get those little ass clam chowder eating niggas up there who never stand up for anything. I'm serious. And anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, they used to have some fighters. They had William Monroe Trotter, who was the first black Phi Beta Kappa at Harvard.
Okay, and that
was a long time ago. I mean, he had the Guardian.
Y'all punk ass niggas, and I'm sorry I was up there. It was so. I mean, you couldn't have a meeting. And when I lived in Massachusetts, black folks felt uncomfortable if they had a meeting with only black people. That either someone was sleeping with someone white, or someone had a white gay lover. They always made the meetings. You never had a sense of black people being able to be by themselves. And that was weird. I couldn't wait to get the hell up out of there. And that's when I first started hearing someone says, I suck black dicks. I'm black. My mouth is integrated. My heart is too. And people say this shit to you. And you're like, that's racist. No, it's not. I mean, I think you guys cum taste good. It's like taffy. And this is a divinity school. And it's like, damn, I got to get out of here. That's why I didn't like theology. I went back to history and says, God, please save me from the church. Now, it's time for you to talk. Ron Hurd. We want to kick it. I mean, I hope I've made you laugh, put you in a good spirit.
Oh, yeah, I needed this.
Okay, good. Now, it's your turn. I mean, I got him acting crazy. I've done the warm-up act.
Well, you did a great job, Dr. Show. It's an honor to be on your platform, and congratulations for the 1,000+ subscribers and many more coming your way. Very definitely hard-earned and well-deserved. So I'm just an honor to be on here. And I'm thinking about, I know you talked about Obama and the Flint thing. I never saw the drinking glass thing he did until I saw that Michael Moore, Fahrenheit 11/9, which really didn't make Trump look that bad. The Democratic Party really looked bad on that, not Donald Trump. But Obama, the way he played our people, well, he didn't even drink the whole thing, let alone drink anything. He just, and put it back down. He did it twice with Rick Snyder at the table, the governor who's responsible for that atrocity, and who is a Republican. But that's not Trump's fault. I mean, what Trump has done.
But hold on. What about the boule bitch mayor?
The mayor. Okay.
We got to know a high yellow bitch that don't like dark-skinned black people. She's AKA. I call it AK gay. Look, that broad stole money and everything else. And by the way, that's one of the reasons I prayed that God bump off Elijah Cummings when he endorsed that broad for another term. 9,000 black children damaged for life. Nothing they can do for me. By the way, I pray for another person to be punished, Bishop Charles Blake of the Church of God that was in Christ. For him to have 5-6 million members, 20 million members worldwide. He had Obama's personal number. And since they probably like the same sports after dark, I know he could get a call through to Ofaga and say, help my people out. If you do, all you need to do is look. All you need to do is look. Put the Church of God in Christ for Flint, Michigan. They probably have 30 churches in central Flint. How hard would it be to say, look out for my people? Do you think the Church of Scientology? Do you think the Mormons? Do you think the Quakers or any religious group that had that kind of numbers there would not try to get something, even if they just put the money in their own damn pockets?
Right.
Get something. Man, we don't have any leadership. We have nothing but greedy, turncoat, slave trading dogs and hogs and whores and bedwenches and punks and sissies and liars.
But you know what thing about us is that we're so low information in the age of information. Like the Democratic Party has done a number. I mean, even from the Clinton administration, he's some of the worst presidents of all time. They're very popular, but some of the worst presidents as it relates to black people. Clinton, they brought in Goldman Sachs and they traded in organized labor for Goldman Sachs. I mean, they sold us out. I mean, like Obama, the stuff he did, he legitimized a loser in Biden. Like you say, he got him for the white supremacists, but he legitimized this guy.
Sure, he did.
And he also gave us Trump. So it's really Obama's fault.
And
blame the black man. Blame him.
He also gave us Michelle Obama.
Yes.
Michelle Obama is the masturbator in chief.
Wow.
Of the narcissistic ego of a lot of black women, many of them morbidly obese with jacked up attitudes, that is single. And like I have a cat. One day I'm not going to have just a cat. I'm going to have a female to go with it, even if I have to go to Africa and kidnap one. Okay, that likes cooking, that doesn't want to kill babies and shit, because that's all we got over here right now. It's not everybody, but I'm, pork chop feminist. This is a war. Michelle Obama is the consummate pork chop feminist, and the two girls they have are jacked up too. They're probably all going to be tricks to white men. I mean,
you know, the eldest was a intern to Harvey Weinstein.
Well,
Obama gave her to Harvey Weinstein.
Well, but I wonder if he gave her to Hunter Biden. Did you see that video? The girl that looks like Malia Trump that's being screwed by Hunter Biden. GTV.org, y'all. Real talk. It may not be her, but did he go out and find a body double? Maybe that was her CIA body double that he was able to bump up on.
This is the youngest Obama daughter you talking about? This is the youngest or the oldest?
The oldest.
Okay. Well, I said she was an intern for Harvey Weinstein, so ain't no telling if she even met Jeffrey Epstein.
No matter up at Cape Cod working as a waitress, as rich as they are. That was nasty. That was nasty.
Wow.
And so Michelle Obama, who did nothing but dog black people for her 6-figure salary in Chicago, there's nothing that they can do. I'm angry. And then Valerie Jarrett. Remember McHale's Navy, the show? Have you noticed that that she looks like Wallace Binghamton, the little asinine, anal retentive commander on McHale's Navy? Look this up. She looks just like, his name is John Flynn. John Flynn looks just like Valerie Jarrett. In fact, he's better looking. And if she doesn't look like John Flynn, I agree with Roseanne Barr. Valerie Jarrett, you do look like Zara from the Planet of the Apes. And Zara had more heart than you do. And she's a fictional character.
Wow.
Now, we got it. This is a new movement against pork chop feminists. Asshole women get used to being told, shut the fuck up. Y'all have been speaking for the last 40 years, and it's gotten us abortion, AIDS, trans. This has all come in on the feminist bandwagon that started off. In fact, the greatest enemy of black men in history is Shirley Chisholm. I mean, we should have known she was an enemy. That's the kind of woman that looks like a Halloween mask. That's a special edition. She does. Just a horrible looking woman. And she was the one that brought all of this gay and black together and kill babies shit. And they're going to build a statue to her. I hope they have the sex toy in her hand, because it would have gotten a lot of use. I mean, can you imagine dance with her at a party? I mean, she could dance good, but you won't want anybody to see you like be dancing like this.
With the lights real low, huh?
Well, in the corner. Like,
okay.
Please don't speak to me at the bar. I'll bring the drink back to you. Okay.
Oh man. Wow.
Yes, I'm being mean.
But you know, our greatest black women leaders were for pro-family. They were protecting the black family, preserving the black
family leaders. We had the truly greatest black female leader that we've had was Fannie Lou Hamer.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely.
And I must say this, Cynthia McKinney, you haven't spoken out against abortion or eugenics. You know it's wrong. And you're a friend, Cynthia, but you've been lackluster on that. I'm saying that. I can say Cynthia needs to come out and denounce baby killing. All of them do. All of them, and see, what is it about this? And I love Cynthia. Why is it that people know that this thing is awful, but they feel like they can't, or they can avoid talking about it? And that's because It's a mistake. So yes, that's a criticism I have. I'm gonna just say it out loud. I would like if on my wish list, at the very top of my wish list is for people who are progressive like McKinney to trash baby killing.
You know, it's coming. You said Fannie Lou Hamer. She was the 20th child. She was number 20 out of her parents, right? She was the last number 20. The state of Mississippi legally sterilized her.
That's
She
correct.
wanted children, and they sterilized her without her consent.
That's right.
And she fought for the preservation and protection of black families. She was married to a black man. And she loved black people.
It was. And now, let me say one woman that's great that has been so harmed by this. That's Elaine Riddick. The greatest black woman in America that speaks out against this is Elaine Riddick.
Right.
And she gets dogged by black Republican women or Republican women and Democrat women. I like that. Democrat. Okay. And nobody voting should ever vote for a black woman that receives money from Emily's List. If they get Emily's List money, don't vote for them.
Right.
That's all those bitches up there. Yeah, I called y'all bitches. You kill babies, you're a bitch. That's the least I can do for the unborn is curse you out.
Well, you know, they complain about protecting black women, but you kill the cavalry before they get here. You killing the cavalry in the womb.
Sure.
You're killing the black man in the womb. So you can't complain about protect black women when you don't protect the black womb.
But you know, but they kill black women when they're having children, when they want to have them. They die disproportionately. And a black baby is 3 times more likely to die when it's wanted in the care of white doctors and black doctors. So they open the Pandora box saying it's okay to kill 6 out of 10. Well, say, well, damn, why not get rid of all of them? You know, I was at a friend's house. We may not be friends anymore. I don't give a damn. And this stupid ass light skinned woman that looked like a golden marmoset monkey with, yes, I did. I said it with many dreads.
Oh, geez.
And this stupid ass pork chop feminist began to talk about. She didn't even know what the damn term was. In fact, black men have ruined black women. They beg for pussy so much, and they're such weaklings. Like, I can't get any ass. If I ever show I have knowledge, the same way you have to hide your intelligence around white people, black men have to hide their intelligence around black women, or black women don't like intelligence in black men. They want to feel like they're in control. They do the same thing that white men do. Sisters, it's immoral. It's nasty. Too few of you are sapiosexual. Translation, most of y'all like dumbass niggas and then wonder why your family is fucked up or why your relationships are fucked up. You pick stupid ass men. And then you won't talk to smart dudes. You don't think smart dudes can screw. Well, why do white women pick smart black dudes? They're screwing them pretty good. If you see all the kids whose hair isn't combed and shit because they have a white mother. You know, notice all the Nick kids' hairs are all fucked up. You know, their hair all looks like Ronald McDonald on crack. You know, the mother's white. Right. Everywhere. So smart people can fuck. Take my word for it. Smart niggas like pussy. Reading books makes you want to screw. You need to do physical. After turning all them pages, you want to turn somebody over, right? And not a man. Right. Okay. Now, so let me just say this, because I got, man. I have to say this to lecture all you asshole women out here. And yes, this is shock jock shit. We've been taking this for 50 years and not saying shit about it. You know what I'm saying, Ron? I mean, black men don't complain about it. We just take it. And it's killing us. And to me, I'm not going to die not talk about this. I want all the pork chop feminists to be as angry. In fact, I love the fact that it makes some of these hoes mad. Listen to me. Pissing y'all off, saying shit you don't want to hear over and over and over again, defying you because you can't kick me off of social media. That we're not going away. Black men that are tired of the feminist bullshit aren't going away. And y'all have to stop betraying our people. You got a role to play as a woman, and it's not in front of the black man. What's his name? What's that asshole? Come on, help me out. This damn Willie Lynch told your ass you were ahead of me. And either you're with Willie Lynch or you're with your brothers. If you're with Willie Lynch, you're just a bed wench, pork chop feminist traitor, enemy to your people. So look, Black women have to pick their mates better. They got to take a second look at someone reading a book. You know, I notice these black women pick men that can't read.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want a man that can talk much. Then when they need to talk about some, I can't talk to him, bitch. You picked a nigga that couldn't talk. It's your fucking fault.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen women try to have this thing where they have intelligent male friend, and then they have an old man river type dude to pound a pussy, and then they have a dude to talk to that says psychiatrist, and the bitch ain't paying you no fee.
You're right. You're right.
I don't do that anymore. I won't be friends to certain sorts of women. No, you should be able to get free psychotherapy from the nigga that you giving pussy to.
Mm-hmm.
You should have a one-stop shop nigga. Not you scattered out, you got a friend that you can talk to, you got someone to screw you, you got someone with money. They say men compartmentalize. Bullshit. Sisters do it too. They're the worst at it and the biggest crybabies about the bad results that they get from the stupid ass choices that they make.
Mm-hmm.
Not all, but many.
Right.
Too many. So yeah, this eugenics thing, it's not working. It's stupid. And not only are they wiping out the cavalry before they come, whether women like it or not, part of your value is your fertility.
Mm-hmm.
If you are crossing yourself off for fertility and you won't replace your population, you won't exist. There won't be anybody else to pick out ugly weaves and ugly tattoos and shit, just like you. Maybe that's a good thing on one level, but on another, it's a tragedy. Now, let me get back to this tramp at this party. This tramp, this stupid ass black lady who should have been slapped down, started talking about, I heard that the crime rate dropped by 60% because of an increase in abortions. And all the other little stupid ass sorority bitches, yeah, I said that about y'all, started laughing. And I was the only male there. Speaking of women talking about sexism, oh, fuck, y'all are sexist. Y'all are worse than men are. Yeah, you are. Yes, it's true. And nobody calls you on it. So you're celebrating killing babies in front of a man as if I can't have an opinion about babies. So I said to her, well, sister, why would people settle for 60? If we want to get rid of crime, let's have 100% abortion for black women. And then she realized how fucking stupid she was.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, I had my baby. I says, and a lot of other people should have had theirs too. I says, you don't even know the fucking philosophy that you quoted. It's called Freakonomics, made by racists. You're here celebrating the elimination of your own people. What kind of woman are you? Shoot, I'm glad I didn't have my child. Shit, my cum's too good for that hole.
But she voted Democrat straight all the time, right? She's
They were all
Democratic
Democrats. It was at a Democratic Party fundraiser, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. And when I put that 100% abortion would get rid of the crime rate, if there are no black babies, we won't have any more crime. She had never thought about it. And see, we don't demand critical thought as a people. And again, I blame you, black men. Y'all always queen.
Black woman of God, the black woman of God, child.
My God is in heaven. My God's name, Jesus Christ. He's not some greasy, triple stomach jackass black woman. Okay, that's not so. That's nobody's God. That's a parody of what black women have been. We need greatness in our women, and I want it to be, but not these idiots. I see a lot of them out here. They deserve all the misogyny that they get from little punk ass switch hitting DL rappers. They got y'all to a T, and you're right about them. They're suspect, and so are you. What happened to? And see, this is what I hate about feminism. It preaches that women are loving and nurturing, and they care, and they've got tenderness, and men don't have it, and yet the greatest thing that you offer is killing babies, getting divorced, single families, And then the main you talk about is domestic violence and family breakup. You hate the patriarchy, and yet you resent the consequences of no patriarchy existing. We allow women to have it two ways. I don't do that. I just went off on one of my mother's friends because, she called my mother saying I work for the devil for supporting Trump. And I told her ass to repent for supporting pedophilia, for the erasure of womanhood. Yeah, I came back at that bitch hard. Like, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to attack you. I noticed in school, there's a lot of stuff that we're socialized not to hold. We're not really practicing equality. And in some ways, men and women can't be equal. I can't be equal to a woman having a baby, or for that matter, having a period. Although I know niggas down in Tennessee, that's where I first landed. Niggas use Kotex up their ass down in Jackson, Tennessee. I was on a Kotex run for the Queen of the Blues, Denise LaSalle. Let me see. Hold on. I should get a picture of her so you can know who I was getting Kotex for. Give me 1 second.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in. It's Dr. Short's show. Dr. Randy Short, in the words of Duke Ellington, is truly beyond category. We need to help brothers like him and sisters have their message amplified. So it's good that we utilize this social media technology while we still can, because the censorship is real, the deplatforming is real, and we are all real. So it is very important to talk about this stuff. This might be very uncomfortable or taboo for many people. I hope you get past the so-called coarse language and the harsh words and name calling to get to the meat of the message. So, Dr. Short.
Well, people like meat.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, so what? My words are hard. A dick is hard. You want that? So we can just be real with each other. This is Denise LaSalle, the late Queen of the Blues, and I was on a Kotex run for her, for her criminal ass adopted granddaughter, and I couldn't find Kotex anywhere. I went to Walgreens, CVS, Dollar General. When I was in the Walgreens, I was like, wait a minute. You would think Kotex would be something, Kotex is like dog food and cat food in a white suburban store and shit, because they're going to have dog food and shit. They don't have baby food, they're going to have dog food. And pretty soon they're going to have dog and cat condoms, but don't encourage them. Anyway. And I couldn't find Kotex. And she called me and says, nigga, don't tell me you didn't come back with my change. I says, no, I can't find any Kotex. She says, well, have you looked? I said, yes, I've looked. I even looked in the men's section. Maybe some sissy put it over there. I mean, I don't know. And so I got frustrated, and there was a gay cashier, and gay people know what's going on. I'm going to tell you, have some gay friends. They know everything, shit you'd never think of, man. You want to learn the news, read the gay newspaper. They got all kinds of shit that you'll never get in the street. I mean, just they run shit. We just hear. They run everything. The church, especially the black church, gospel music. I mean, anyway, let me tell you. And I said to him, sir, are the Kotex or sanitary napkins in a section? I said, under the counter, because I can't find any. And he says, no, we have a hard time keeping them here. We keep running out. We're ordering. I says, well, it's an emergency. Y'all don't even, and I don't think they're going to accept paper towels. I have a very discriminating customer. And so says, well, you should go to the Dollar General. The truck just went there. They may have some. So I went to the Dollar General and Kotex. I said, shoo. And when I got back to the house I was staying with in Jackson, I was like, no. It's not. You're stupid. You're judgmental. You're unfair. You're looking down on people. Believe it or not, a lot of stuff I think, I don't want to believe it until it forces itself on me. So I started saying, wait a minute. What would cause a store and a supplier to not be able to keep up with sanitary napkins that they order all the time, other than a dramatic increase in the number of people using sanitary napkins? If the woman's population didn't go up, One thing that could make it is sex trafficking, and there were some hotels nearby. So I guess people selling their body on Craigslist. You know, they do a lot of that in the hub city. They do.
Mm-hmm.
But even for that, you know, because a lot of pimps are stingy. That Kotek's gonna have to last you all week, man. Girl, I ain't Daddy Warbucks. And you sell that pussy, get back it right. They're not gonna buy him Kotex every day. And then
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to believe this. But you know what I did? I said, you know what? I went into Google and I typed in a question, men, LGBTQ men, and Kotex. And it popped up that doctors recommend that men that get hit in the booty use Kotex to prevent leakage.
Mm.
I was like, it's right here. It's on the screen. It's what the doctors are saying. Do this. Now that would explain why the Kotex ran out. And now they even have Kotex for men. They've had it for about 3 years. They have butt plugs that are absorbent.
Interesting.
I didn't.
What did they do before that? What did they do before that? Before Kotex and butt plugs? How did they?
Depends.
Depends.
By the way, I mean, depends. I mean, those things they do. But I mean, if you want to invest in a stock that's always going to grow, especially if Joe Biden's president, buy Depend stock. It's going to explode.
You know, I want to read something. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. The red pill and B1 combo. He said this. He said, my ex killed what would have been my first child, and then she laughed about it. I was destroyed, in capital letters. That's a black man.
Right.
Who, I guess it was a black woman that did this to him.
Right.
And she laughed about it.
Yeah.
The first teacher and nurturer of the child laughed about this.
Yeah. I need to say, I believe my brother got a girl pregnant and he denied the paternity. And I believe she already had a child. I believe she aborted what would have been maybe his son. I don't think my brother ever got over the child being killed, but he never talked about it. Mm-hmm. My brother died in 2015. His wife had a stillborn son. There's nobody to replace my brother. The one that could have been, one was stillborn because his wife was overweight and they're never honest about that. Being fat and healthy, it's not big bone. Dinosaurs have big bones. You're fat. Okay, lose the damn weight. Okay, y'all lecture black men. They need to do this. And they need to do that. Well, the one thing we say is don't be so fat. Well, I was born this way. It's genetic. There's nothing genetic about eating 15 pig feet at a time. There's nothing genetic about eating a whole bucket of chicken. Okay, and you should be finding the sister who Colonel Sanders stole the recipe from and building a monument to her ass instead of giving your money to a little racist Klansman who's calling himself a colonel after the war ended. We, do us a favor. We have too many people dying from heart attack, stroke, diabetes, and all this other shit. Okay, sisters, let's be honest about it. Fat isn't healthy. It's deadly. In fact, my brother was 500 pounds when he died. Fat kills.
500 pounds. Wow.
Fat kills. Fat kills. Fat's not healthy. Fat's not black. Fat's not sexy. It's unhealthy. It's a death sentence. And with COVID, a whole lot of fat black people are dying. Now, either y'all can eat right. In fact, and I love to eat. Sometimes I'm greedy. Like yesterday, I had 6 chicken wings. I had one meal yesterday. I had one meal. I had Chinese vegetables, Hunan shrimp, and 6 chicken wings. That's what I ate. That was a one meal. And by the way, I didn't eat all day until about 7 o'clock. Okay. Yeah. So, and by the way, it is 4 p.m. I haven't eaten today. If I can, I may eat once or once and a half. And I'm a lazy couch potato nigga that doesn't like going to the gym. But I don't want to have diabetes. I don't want to die. I don't want to have that. So I don't want to be a fat nigger. I think I almost got up. I think you saw that. It was on. I got up to 250 pounds eating that bad Southern food that y'all love.
The bad, good Southern food, huh?
Good. I thought I was going to have like quintuplets and shit. My gut was all big. And I said, I don't want to be a fat nigga where you can't even find your dick when you're trying to piss, and
Yeah.
you know when you have an erection, you can just see the nub sticking out of the. I can't do this. I don't want to be the fat nigga that there's not enough seat for you to sit down on the bus, or when you have a family reunion, by the time you get your plate done, there's nothing for anybody else to eat. I don't want to be a fat black dude.
Well, it's not a good time to be a fat black anybody because we gotta get ready for civil war because the white folks gonna be chasing us. We're gonna have to fight. You ain't gonna be able to protect nobody if you can't protect yourself.
And can you imagine big fat person? Why are y'all chasing me? Leave me alone. Shoot. And you know what? People gonna try to do. You know how rabbits and shit free.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to twerk their way out of getting lynched and shit. You know, I'm gonna just gobble this.
It worked for Cardi B.
Yeah.
Lizzo, I don't know, man.
And you know what they're gonna do? The guy says, "We don't like WAP. We like WAP, white wet ass pussy, not BWAP, black wet ass pussy. We hate it. We just hate it."
But these black women showing themselves though. I ain't talking about all, but they making them the target of all this white rage and angst.
Let me tell you something. A lot of black women are married to Republican white guys. And when Trump gets confirmed, why do you like Trump? He ain't shit. Trump's a racist motherfucker. Trump says, and Trump, he does not respect black women. Trump's on the right. I'm doing this and this practice. Well, look, honey, when I get through listening to Garth Brooks, we're gonna go down to court and I'm gonna divorce you. Since I'm a white guy, I'm gonna win in court, and you're gonna pay the alimony. And man, after 6 years of being with you, I thought I'd never say it. I hate you, you black bitch. And I wish you'd go back to Africa. And I hate all the fried food you eat. You've never been a vegan. You don't clean the house. You got more tattoos than China. I mean, and it's just right. Let me tell you, I saw this white lesbian I went to divinity school with the black woman. And she was yelling and screaming on the subway, telling the black woman, how she was ungrateful, how she was undisciplined, how she was rude, how she didn't fix the house. And the black woman was sitting there sobbing like a white woman on the train. I said, if a black man even mentioned, honey, this, she went, no, don't you tell me. That's not right. It's interesting how submitted and cooperative folks are the minute they get in a relationship with another group of people. Let me tell you something. Shit's going to change. Sisters, if y'all married to Latino men and Joe Biden becomes president and he gives amnesty, those dudes are going to dump your asses. They're going to dump you. They're going to dump you. The Africans, other people going to dump y'all. Y'all going to get dumped. And ironically, as flawed as Black American men are, we marry 90 some odd percent Black women. 92% of the Black men marry Black women, whereas only 60% of Black women marry Black men. Y'all can't. This days are talking about how we're in the white norms and how white beauty standards shit. Y'all into that too. I used to watch Black women oodle and groan over the white guys in the soap operas.
Yeah.
Now I could never just groan over Bo Derek and shit. Said, damn, Bo Derek is fine. Bo Derek is fine. I mean,
French braids, right? Yeah.
At Howard, I would get on the elevator. And all I'd have to do, and I would wait, and there'd be a whole bunch of Black women on there, and I'd say, white woman, just saying it. And all the sisters, they would get angry. Just saying it. Just say white woman, and sisters get mad, but they can be with the white dude, and it's cool. Oh, was she like Serena Williams teaching her white man how to use a washcloth or a towel?
And she bleaching her skin or something. She looks totally different.
Well, pretty soon she's gonna look like Little Kim.
Oh, please don't. Please stop it. Oh my God, don't go down that way. Oh Lord, Little Kim was beautiful. Little Kim was good looking back in the day, man.
Well, you know what? She's basically Sammy Sosa with the pussy.
Oh, China doll face. I don't know.
You know, well, she hates herself, and there's a lot of self-hatred. In fact, who's teaching black children to hate themselves?
Black women.
Exactly.
They the first teacher and nurture, but you know,
you're not doing your job, and we out here. We gonna bitch about this. I mean, y'all can drop off. I got 99. We make it. See, our mission is to force this conversation. I've done this many times in my life. I've been doing it for 20 years, having unpleasant conversations because most black men are either too cowardly or they're too, how can I say, dick-centered.
mm-hmm.
And my thing is, seems like if it were that good, a woman would let you say anything you wanted. So,
but really, you know what? I gotta, you know, I was thinking about this too. I think about the football player Russell Wilson, who's married to Sierra, the rapper, or former rapper and dancer, and they got a beautiful family. But he was married to a white woman, a Becky, a blonde hair, blue eye woman. And he went back to the race. But I'm saying it's like it's hard for black women to go back once they cross that line, especially with children from white men. It's like they're hard to get accepted into the black community. Am I missing something? Is that true? Or
no,
okay.
No, it's a different issue. Think about it. If a black woman were with a white dude, like a power white male, and he's the father of her kids, okay, because I see black men take white women with kids from a black man or white man. I think what it is, and I have to say this, the hypocrisy and contradictions in the mating standards of black women catch up with them when they go over to greener grass and the grass isn't greener. And a lot of times, if they come from a situation where they're used to what a white good guy can give or what they think a white guy's doing, and they don't think a black man can do as well, maybe he can't, but then again, maybe he could. I think that black women lowball black men in 99% of the cases. They do. I'm waiting for my book about black fathers by Sage Press. And I want to tell everybody I will start either today or tomorrow with my Angry Black Men's Book Club.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes, we're going to have a war against feminism in the black community. And of course, we're going to talk about economics. I have a good person that knows about economics. We're going to talk about farming. But initially, I want to go in on the culture war. And it's a war without mercy. I'm deliberately articulating myself in such a way as to anger black women. Black women, they walk around angry all the time anyway. So the way I figure, like I had this sister that would always be rude. I'd be polite and they'd be rude. I'm trying to think, damn, I'm not nasty to her. I don't curse her. I always speak politely and I always get the opposite. And one day I just decided, let me be as much of an asshole as she is, just to let her know that, I could be an asshole. And I said to her, the only way I can let you treat me like you're treating me right now is I've got to rape you. So you have the same justification to be as nasty to me as you are right now for whoever dogged you. So if you need me to physically or sexually harm you, so you are then justified to be as nasty to me, let's get busy. Otherwise, cut the shit. You know what? Her behavior changed. And I would have never said that to anybody. I would never want to hurt. But what's this thing about I have the right to be ugly to you just because? And to everyone, just nasty and walk around with a fucked up attitude and everything. And by the way, a lot of the black women that you see acting like this, it's psychological. It's due to a couple of things. One, birth control pills. A lot of black women take those things like they are Tic Tacs and shit or Altoids. The birth control pills hormonally make women meaner, more aggressive. Fact. Depo in particular makes women mean, nasty. And on top of that, if they've had an abortion, and a lot of black women, you are baby killers. A lot of you have slaughtered babies, and they're post-abortive. It makes them mean, aggressive, and it changes their personality. Have you ever seen a sister? She got to college. She was nice and sweet. Everybody liked her. And then the Q dogs ran a train on her, and she disappeared for a while. They come back, and they're acting like, Lady Dracula and shit. And you're like, And by the way, we black men should be protecting black women. Black women should be getting married versus fucked.
Mm.
Black women should be getting engaged, not fucked. Okay, I'm sick of black men taking out their rage at the world on black women, treating black women as things instead of as a gift from God. Uh, I'm sorry, when niggas are trying to rip girls from the time that they're like 11 years old, by the time they're 21, they had like 15 people, they're shell shocked. They got PTSD in their drawers and in their head.
Mm-hmm.
And then you show up, she's so hurt by the first people that dogged her until you can't even be a good person for all the ones that came before. And by the way, how black women compensate for being hurt is to punish the good guys that come along because they're passive aggressive, or I fuck up the kids. I don't say, let me get my head together. Let me pick more carefully a man. They adjust and say, I'm not shit, men ain't shit, my kids ain't shit. So I keep picking pieces of shit men. And a good man never has a chance. And then, by the way, when your hair's all fucked up and you got like kids climbing, kid with a titty in one mouth, butcher knife in the other hand, and shit. Dude's afraid. Damn, you don't know whether you're gonna get your head cut off, your dick cut off. I mean, you know, like that movie Claudine, and you know that's unrealistic for some dude to try to hook up with a woman with all those babies with this little small ass income. And by the way, sisters are merciless. If you hook up with them, they have all those kids. Even though that's someone else's fuck prize, you're supposed to provide for it like it's yours, but you can't touch them. You can't say anything to them. It's like,
yeah, you know, the dating sites, they'll say, well, I come with 2 kids or 7 kids. You got to accept all of us. I don't know you. This is a dating site. This is not no marriage and family site.
I'm glad they're honest about that. And so my thing is, no, black men have to stop shoplifting the pussy of single mothers. Okay.
Stop shoplifting and WAP.
Stop. Yes. Leave them alone. And so I told someone, do you date women with children? Says, if it's not my cum, I'm not the one. And that gets back to, yes, I like that. If it's not my cum, I'm not the one. And by the way, going back to the question about the black woman with the white man, if that white man has custody, how do you feel about a white dude with a Confederate flag on his Humvee driving up to your house to pick up the kids? Your space as a black man is violated by this damn Klansman she's been fucking.
Yeah. And all white men are racist. I don't give a damn they laid down when you had 20 kids. All white people racist.
Well, I think a lot of black women like white men because they're racist. As long as
right, they're the gatekeepers for it. They're the gatekeepers for it, though.
Sure.
You know, let's go back to the plantation day. Let's be honest about it. White women role in betraying the black family. Let's be honest about it.
Absolutely. No, and we're going to have this conversation because it's painful.
Mm-hmm.
And it's liberating. I mean, I'm just saying all this shit that all these black men know this shit is true. Y'all been lying and shit. And I think I should be able to have someone to form a family with that's a black woman and tell the truth about this shit. It's just healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Run around, and I see a lot of black men there in this pussy called queen. They're trying to convince themselves that this is queen. And they know it's a lie, that they want to like slap the shit out of some of these women. And a lot of these brothers out here are violent and abusive towards women. It's wrong.
It is wrong.
But they have been angered by something, some of them. And then some of them are just assholes that need to get beat down.
I've met black women, Dr. Short, that came from so-called good homes, but they said if a man didn't hit them or fight them, they didn't feel love. There were women that smart women saying this to me.
I've experienced it. Experienced it. I had something the other day. I was down in that when I sent you the picture when I was in Nashville. My friend, they respond best when you act crazy.
Yeah.
I can't stand this.
Yes, sir.
You see how I treat the cat? That cat, okay, sleeps in bed and does everything. You know, that cat loves me. The cat.
That's a good pussy right there. That's good pussy.
Yeah, good fam. Its original family's across the street. That cat had been abused by the owner's brother. And I would talk to the cat, do psychotherapy with the cat. I mean, I did. And I told and once, you know, I'd talk to the cat about abuse and shit and how the person was an asshole. And I told my mother, your neighbor's brother has taken this cat and thrown it against the wall and tossed it around and hit it with things. And I says, I'm telling you that this is what I got from the damn cat. That dude has abused his cat, and that's why the cat acts like it does. And it turned out it was true. And so I'm so nice, the cat just stays over here all the damn time. In fact, the cat gets angry if I'm not holding and touching it. If I can get through to a cat, I'm certain I can reach a human being if the opportunity is extended. A lot of we have a real mental health problem in our community. Part of it is the lie of the strong woman. If you're so strong, get the man to stay. If you're so strong, pick a good man. If you're so strong, your kid should be finishing high school, college. If you're so strong, your kid shouldn't be on drugs and alcohol. If you're so strong, all your kids shouldn't be gay and confused. There isn't this strength. It is a lie. And Black men also fake being strong. We're weak. We're interdependent.
Right.
We are nothing without our women. Nothing. Black men will never. When a Black man ain't shit is when he doesn't have Black women that care about him. When a Black woman ain't shit is when she don't have Black men that are constructive in her life. So I will agree with the pork chop feminists. A man ain't shit when he doesn't have righteous female companionship. It doesn't have to be sexual. It can be his mama. It can be his grandmother. It can be his aunt. I mean, I have had the experience with this downturn. My life has been crazy. When I was living with the older woman I was taking care of, it was very healing. She loved me. I loved her. Her family couldn't believe it. Says, damn, I mean, y'all act like you're a married couple. She's older than me. I just love her. Okay. And I love sisters. So, and it wasn't even a sex thing. To me, it was just fun to be with the Black woman I like. And we watch old movies and shit. I mean, her kids were like flipped out. Damn, you acting like my father. Just I'm not trying to be your dad. Your mom and I just connect. And I mean, we fight and argue over shit, but we like each other. To me, the greatest thing that a Black man can have is a genuine, healing, loving, inclusive, mutually reciprocative relationship with his own woman. Okay, but if he can't find it, and by the way, it's bullshit that there's a man shortage. Sisters, y'all are lying, because the man shortage has been solved by all these butch RBG dykes out here. There's no more man shortage anymore. I've seen women that look harder than niggas that can't get a date that got 10 women. I've seen fine ass niggas by themselves. They got cars and houses and they're alone.
And they be trying to test a man, though. I be seeing these women, they be with their women out at Walmart. They be looking at me like I'm crazy. I was like, man, what's going on, man? She with you, ain't it?
Yeah, but the point is, and that's the other thing. I blame Black men. Black men need to start having a standard. If you're butch, I won't take you. If Black men were as discriminating, if Black men weren't such hoes and such bitches, Black men are bitches. I mean, they just do anything for pussy. I mean, I don't care. She says, I have AIDS. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
That's true, though. That's true. That's actually true.
I mean, I don't want nobody with AIDS. No, I wouldn't date your ass. No.
Well, let's say COVID. Let's say COVID. She could be fine, but I got COVID, whatever. I'm still A. Drop it off.
And you know this, you know what? Until my condoms, my mask.
Now, what about the dudes that wear a mask and don't wear a condom? You ever been, you wear a mask but don't wear the condom?
You know he does Hail Mary. Hail Mary. And she said, well, where's the holy water? That's my nut.
You have holy water today?
Yeah.
Now, man, our people through, man. We through. It's over, Dr. Short. It's over. Is it over?
No.
It's not over. Okay.
Let me tell you something. This is the thing that blows my mind. And that is the women that need violence. There's a movie called Carlos. It's based on Carlos the Jackal. Have you ever seen it? When the guy's supposed to pass himself off as Carlos to track down this terrorist.
I heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
To his girlfriend. And the guy looks like him. But the woman gets angry because he's just been loving and touching towards her. And she snaps because she starts calling him a faggot. Because, I mean, he's trying to hit the pussy and she's getting angry. And she says, hey, young man, you faggot. And the dude, he was insulted, and he slapped her in the face, and it busted her lip.
Mm.
And she stuck to blood, and then she got hot, and she slid down, and started giving him a blowjob.
Mm.
She needed a lot of our women who feel vulnerable, feel unprotected. They need a man to show strength. They'll go out with a brutal man over a compassionate man because they need to feel protected. They think at least he'll knock my ass out and carry me away if he can't fight the person. It's sick. But a lot of these women have come up with abuse. A lot of the times the abuses come from their mamas who beat them because fathers aren't in the home half the time, right? So if daddy's not there, all you lying pork chop feminist hoes, then it's mama who's violent. Or it's the sorry ass men that mama chose to fuck because dad's not there. It's interesting how there's never any accountability.
Well, I know a sister. I know it's so many of us are damaged and traumatized. But I know a sister. She's married now, but she had a stepfather, and the stepfather was constantly making sexual advances on her. And she wrote about it in her diary and left it out so her mama could see it. And her mama found the diary. And her mama came to her and said, "Look, I read your diary. I know what he's trying to do, but I'm gonna still stay with him. I'm gonna still stay with him." Okay.
Hold on. Translation. That dick is too good. You're gonna just have to try to keep. You need to put a mouth trap in your pussy when you go to sleep or raise the blade because the dick is good. And it don't take my shit. Get out of my tricks, you hoe. You try to lure him, and you need to wear a dress down your ankles and shit. Stop wearing it so tight. Because a lot of women are selfish. They're not nurturing. They don't really care. And I have seen this, and I'll say this, and my own family, I've seen women pimp out daughters or children or sons, or let it happen. Sure they have. And nothing's been done about it. This is why I'm honest about it. I say I'm so glad it didn't happen to me, but it happened to people I knew. It happened to people I care about. This is one of the reasons I might criticize LGBTQ. But you'll always hear me say I love, I understand, I want people to get healing. Don't get deeper into having been taken. Get resolution and come out of that, because nobody deserves to be molested, to be taken, to be imposed on. Molestation means to bother, to interrupt the natural pattern. It's one thing, as I said to one gay person that got mad at me, if you were 17 or 18, the nigga gave you some roses and y'all went and screwed somewhere, as much as I wouldn't support it, that's different from the the handyman raping your ass in the basement of your project building.
Yeah.
You and he got mad at me because he did. See, sometimes that shit gets good to you. I had an aunt tell me that she got molested and the dick was good. She wanted some more. This is a problem about molestation. Children, it's not always painful. In fact, there's a new movement out that Joe Biden supports, which is the adult attracted minor movement. Meaning that they're trying adult attracted minor, AM. They're trying to say that it's natural for children want to get fucked by adults. They were born wanting adults to fuck them. And they're being oppressed by you not giving it to them. Come on, daddy, just break one off. This is sick. By the way, all you sisters that beef about men screwing your kids, if you voted for Joe Biden, you voted for kids to be molested. You're guilty. And so that's two things. You kill babies and you set it up for babies to be raped. I hope you're proud of yourselves. And black men have to raise the standard. And by the way, if it's just a woman's choice to kill a baby, it should be a man's choice not to pay child support.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah, real. And I'm telling you something. People, Margaret Sanger was a Klanswoman. So Planned Parenthood is the Klan. So you supporting the Klan, you know what I'm saying, in terms of your mentality.
Well, but the Boule is the Klan. The Boule,
definitely.
All in bones. So the black leadership is the Klan. They're the Nazis.
And I always tell people this too. I said all white people could be racist, but not all races are white supremacists.
Right.
So black folks could be white supremacists too.
Right. Or Negro inferiorists. Now,
yeah, Negro inferiorists. Yeah, right.
The word that's for the Boule. The Jewish Boule was called Judenstaat. Judenstaat. We have the Boule. The Judenstaat facilitated the Nazis killing Jews. The Boule has facilitated eugenics and the suffering of Black people. We must have a revolution in our community against sellout Black pastors, educators, entertainers, all of them. There has to be a war without mercy. The sooner we have this war, the greater chance we have. Even white people had the Civil War to move forward. We can no longer continue.
Another one things right now. We're on the edge.
Well, we need to have one first, because we are never. We're not ready for what they're going to do. We better have a civil war amongst ourselves. I'm so glad so many people broke off and voted for Trump out of disrespect for the Democrats and for the Boule.
I voted twice for Trump, man.
Yes, well, I did too. Actually, I voted 4 times for Trump. I did
4 times.
But I did the primaries too. I have pictures of my vote. I made certain. I mean, I took pictures of that shit. You didn't see it up on YouTube?
Yeah, like, you know what? It's funny. You could be Republican and vote Trump and still be RBG, but you can't be RBG for Democrat. Malcolm warned us about the Democrats. The last 2 years of his life, he said both of them evil, but the Democratic Party is more evil.
It's more evil.
He made out the case for it. And y'all tell me y'all love Malcolm and vote for Biden Harris?
And
you can't love Malcolm and vote for Biden.
We have Republicans.
I would definitely do.
But the thing that's interesting is that,
like I said, one trick ponies, one issue candidates and stuff, or
single issue niggers, sinners.
Well, say that again.
Single issue niggers, sinners.
Sinners. All right.
And the other thing I want to tell you, one of the things that we need to do, brother, we need to put pressure on, because I hear Black Lives Matter is now going to fight for reparations. Yeah, well, no, but we need to make their asses do it. And I heard a little lesbian, Patrice Coulor, she's going to meet with with Biden, but none of the other grassroots leaders in Black Lives Matter are going to get in the room. This is amazing, the betrayal. And, they're not.
That's how it goes down, right?
They just a bunch of little Marxist, Luciferian holes that are useless to us. They're not going to get anything. But you know what? I have a new saying, y'all. It's called MFM, which is a short way for saying reparations. And MFM means motherfucking money. We all want our MFM. And if you're not talking MFM, I can't deal with you. Okay. B1, FBA, ADOS, MFM. Okay, I want my MFM. Okay, student loan forgiveness, 100%. In fact, they can take all my damn debt, just like they can take all my shit when I flush. Look, we want our motherfucking money. We want it like in 1865 and shit before I was here, 100 years before I was born. Okay, give it up, goddamn it. In fact, I was born, wow, like 100 years to the day that slavery was abolished in Virginia, which is amazing, right? Anyway, let me see. We're almost done. Brother Ron, we didn't talk much about the election. We have to do this again. And doesn't it feel good now I'm asking your ass questions and shit versus you having to do the work?
Well, it's an honor to be asked questions, but I mean, you're a great man. Like I tell people, you are a great man. It's your time, your season.
Okay.
And
so I need some money. Send me some money.
Right, some money. Support this brother. And also, I want to say this about nobody's saying that Republicans are 100% for Black people, but they did form the Republican Party via abolitionists.
Right.
And Black, I mean, they were against slavery, and Democrats were formed to support and protect slavery. And we got also the Republicans owe us. Somebody let Donald Trump know about not only the 40 acres and the mule, but the damn 1877 compromise when the Republicans sold us out for the White House. To keep the White House, the Democrats said you got to end Reconstruction and get them troops out the South.
Ideally, what we need is an independent Black party that is conversant with the Republicans.
Yeah.
We always give the finger to the Democrats where they have to beg to get our shit. You know, it's the woman that's the biggest asshole that gets the biggest ring when she's proposed to. But if you know you're just a public utility, you know your cooch is like a public restroom. Everybody goes in there. You know, public restrooms are some of the dirtiest, most, you know, as long as we're hoes to the Democrats, we're never going to get anything.
Right.
We need our own party. We can do it. Stokely Carmichael and others down in fucked up Mississippi formed the Freedom Democratic Mississippi Party, or Mississippi Democratic Freedom Party.
They wouldn't see them at the National Democratic Convention of all things. They wouldn't see them. They wouldn't acknowledge them. But they didn't want to see the compromise. They didn't accept the compromise.
Martin Luther King sold their asses out. You know, Martin Luther King said, "Well, I'm thinking that the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee should work with the Democratic Party's credentials that have been brought forward by many important allies that we have in the move, right?" And then Dr. King was like, and Dr. King was pulling that shit out of his ass. I'm just saying to you, you
But
know.
he realized he made a mistake, though. They shot him in the face right across the street from where I'm doing this with you.
Sure. Well, that's karma, nigga. I mean, look, that's the other thing is when Dr. King let that dude Roosevelt Tatum get sold out when they bombed his brother's house down in Birmingham. And the King family is known for selling out black people for points and shit. To have their big march on Washington, they let that nigga get destroyed. Roosevelt Tatum. Real talk. This guy came forward and snitched on the police that bombed Martin Luther King's brother's house.
AD, yeah.
And they sold his ass out, left him to face the Klan, the FBI, the killer cops. His ass died in alcoholic in Brooklyn. And the Kings are selling out now. In fact, while we're on this, remember I was talking about that nigga down in South Carolina? Yes, I called him nigger. All you little onk niggas, go to hell. I don't care.
Which one? Clanburn, James?
No, not Coonburn or Clownburn, or Tomburn.
He don't need to give me nothing. I got everything I need.
Yeah, all that bribe money his big Uncle Ben pants got, and his little ugly daughter, he wants to replace him. I hope she loses too. I hope that little bald-headed nigga that looks like Mahalia Jackson on chemo with steroids.
I know you're talking about the Harris guy. That's his name.
He lost. His ass lost. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell Mahalia Jackson looking ass. He lost.
I love Mahalia Jackson too. Yeah.
Punk ass lost. But the one I'm worried about, that one called War Nuts, that punk ass preacher who's, Ebenezer's a big faganacle, not a tabernacle, but a faganacle. I mean, I was in Atlanta. We're going to go to Ebenezer Church, and they had a woman who was speaking, who looked like a black Fred Flintstone with a water buffalo hat on and shit as the preacher. And I was like, shit, I'm going to eat this morning. I ain't going to church. I have to see a pussy-eating preacher. Shit, I may as well just go to see Jerry Lewis rerun in the hotel.
Oh, my God.
So we ended up going to Wheat Street Church, which was cool. It was wonderful. I'll never forget it. But they had this, I'm telling you, this woman was harder than a granite tombstone. She was that butched out. And Bernice King, you kind of hard thinking, man, she looked like Martin Luther King as a construction worker and shit with the wig on. I'm just saying with the mustache. She's
like her father. She kind of like, but she's against the LGBTQ, right? The LGBTQ or whatever.
Wow, how is that?
I don't know. Some of her stance is like real conservative.
What stance?
Before I read it, I think it was such a big thing.
In their personal life or their pronouncement in public? They should be singing, "Ain't gonna let no black men turn me around. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let no black men turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking." Feminine stuff.
We should know what it is our fault a lot of ways. Black men, we put up with this too long.
Yes,
that's we put up with this too long. We accepted this too long. It's our fault. I gotta tell you, it is our fault.
Feminist movement, it's gonna build across the land. We're gonna set fires. We're gonna make niggas mad. Start questioning, attacking feminism. One of these books talks about children of Lucifer, and feminism comes straight out of Luciferianism.
I believe, yeah, definitely.
No, we're gonna be talking. We're gonna make these people miserable, and womanism too.
Really, feminism has no place in the black family. Period.
No. And womanism, that shit, because womanists use the damn feminist book. That's like when the guy from the New England Patriots stole the playbook from the other team. That's y'all phony too. Womanism is bullshit because they all run behind the white supremacist women. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all all liars. You're against the patriarchy. You're a feminist.
You know what?
Stop bitching about black men not being in the home when you don't want their asses there. You can't have it both ways. What I'm trying to do with Coon Busters as we attack pork chop feminism is encourage black men to rebel against the toxic estrogen hormone, the toxic estrogen hormonal matriarchy that's destroyed 3 generations of black people. 3 generations of black folks being destroyed by inept black female leadership is enough. It's time to end it. We're going to have a color revolution in our community, and the color is patriarchy, but benevolent patriarchy, not some color purple shit. I don't want to slap nobody around. I'm not against women making money. I'm not against women going to college or even being president. It just can't be that whole Kamala. See, that's how you said you stick your tongue out like she does. Kamala. I think Kamala's a butch. She looks kind of hard, man. I mean, and I could see her, her and Stacey getting it on.
Another thing, another rule. I'm glad you brought that up. If you represent black people interests, you gotta be married to other black people, and you can't be single.
Well, I think that Stacey messes with white women. I just think so. And
you could be single. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Stacey Abrams by herself though, it's kind of weird. I don't know what her sexual preference is or anything like that.
Well, we know what her waistline is. How many brothers want to go up with the new? I'm serious. When you look like the penguin with the jerry curl, a cross between the penguin and an Afrocentric sumo wrestler, the jerry curl, where'd she get that shit from? I thought people stopped getting jerry curls. Why is she wearing a jerry curl? Is that a wig? Whatever it is, it's not natural. She's not natural. She's a butch. I'm willing to say it. You're a butch, Stacey.
Let me ask you this though. You think the
leader? Never.
About the black women leaders, right? The political leaders.
Black women leaders. If they get Emily's List money, they trade her holes.
Well, I want to ask you this though. Somebody brought a sister that I respect brought this up to me last night. Do you think that Maxine Waters and those people in Congress, the reason why they act the way they do is because they took the lead of the black Democratic leaders like John Lewis and Clyburn? They were told how to respond and how to not treat the black community? No.
Maxine Waters' husband is a crook.
Okay.
Okay. How else you get a $13 million house off of a public servant's salary? Are you kidding me? Okay. They came after Maxine Waters at the beginning of Barack Obama's term, and they were going to jack her up. Maxine Waters suddenly changed in 2008. She went from someone I respected to someone I can't stand. I mean, I could jump into my grave if someone just snatched the wig one time at a public event. Someone just snatched it. It's probably crazy glued on there. They'll be lifting her off the ground and shit. But for someone to pop one of those sisters with an egg, not a rock, just let them know that we're angry with them. We don't respect them anymore. Maxine has sold us out. The CBC, the congressional bought Caucasians. There's nothing black about those niggas. They get money from the Correctional Corporation of America. They get money from Pfizer, the people that are going to kill us with vaccines. These people are enemies. And until the black community gets outraged, like I said, one of the founders of the Congressional Black Caucus saw me February last year. She was so angry to see me. When I see her, I'm going to wave to her. Hi. Just to see them suffer. They're terrified of people listening to folks like me. If ever people start understanding what I'm saying is true, and if more people start attacking the Congressional Black Circus, start trashing these people, riding them, making black people mad at them, and then eventually, by the way, I'm going to tell you, I live here in D.C., as you know, and I live no more than, say, maybe a mile and a half from where the Congressional Black Circus has their conventions. They have dozens and dozens of plainclothes policemen because they're terrified of the black people that they don't represent.
Right.
So you need all those. They used to not have them. They have them now because they betrayed us. And they're not about shit anymore. All of them are bad as far as I'm concerned. All of them. We haven't had any black folks, frankly, and when Cynthia McKinney left, it's probably the last time we had anybody worth a damn in the Congressional Black Caucus.
The Democrats sold her out. The Democratic Party sold her out.
Well, yeah, but That's true. They sold her out. And by the way, the sisters in the Democratic Party sold her out too.
Yeah, they want
Definitely
down.
You want some sellout people. The sisters in the CBC are the biggest sellout of all times. In fact, when what's her name, Barbara Lee can say no to the war in Iraq, but niggas mute on Flint, mute on Katrina, mute on all these police shootings. I don't respect none of them. All of them are bad. See, I'm acting like a black woman. I enjoy it. It's really powerful. You know, black women just blanket dismiss all black men, even when they're good. Right. It's kind of cool to not have to cherry pick and say this one's good, that one's bad. Just say all are bad. That's the only way we're going to get to these people is everybody, if you're in the CBC, nobody respects you. That will make certain people start speaking up because they don't want to catch hell anymore. It's the same with that punk ass nigga Danny Davis in Chicago is talking about stepping down. He don't want to run anymore because the climate is changing in the country. Certain black folks are now beginning to get angry. But what I want to do is show to people when you have a struggle, when you're building a people's movement, people need to be able to have victories and see that they can win. The easiest people that we can punish with our anger and our rage are traitor black leaders, traitor community leaders, municipal leaders like this Bow Wow mayor. She's like she may as well be a Proud Boy with the strap on. When we fight against our traitors, it says to the white supremacists that black people are serious. As long as we let these clowns, as long as we let these nigger preachers and other folks represent us, and we don't say anything, and then it says we're primed to be wiped out. Let me tell you something. If even one black person, the Congressional Black Caucus, got hit with an egg, it would make national news because it says niggas have snapped. Because we're trapped in this respectability prison of the boule. Well, you know, you got to respect his office. Oh, well, you know, you have to. This is what the boomers have lied to you and my generation is wait your turn. Don't try. Just your turn. And I learned, damn, I'm 55, going on 56. I went to college, traveled the world, did this. Have any of them opened up or let you in? No.
Right.
In reality, they'll try to outlive your ass. They never want to retire. We need to pray that COVID bump off all the niggas whose expiration date should have ended about 10 years ago. For some of us, while we still got some life in us, because the millennials are really not up to it. They're snowflakes. They don't know what the fuck's going on. It's been set up. And the people my age have been kept out of their rightful place for the last 25 years. Meaning that as we're approaching 60, we never got to do what we were supposed to do because these boomers' asses wouldn't die or retire or make any space. And we've been respecting them, honoring them. You know, like in church. Yeah. Have you ever been to a church and they want your ass to sit there 25 years before you can teach a Sunday school class, even when you have a degree from a divinity school? And we have this unprogressive bullshit niggas that want to die in the seat. We have a problem with successorship. And because this is a cultural problem, the only way we're going to move forward is we've got to shove these old niggas out of the way. Kick their asses out. We can't respect them. What they've done is if we let them stay in place, we'll all be destroyed. They are living in the past. Those niggas remember when you couldn't get a hamburger and shit, and they still want us to be happy. I came up getting hamburgers my whole fucking life. We need something else. We need some motherfucking money. We need some power. We need some guns. We need some land. We need some respect. We need some international trade, some commerce and shit, institutional sovereignty for our freedom. These other people are not up to it. They're not up to it. They're never going to do it for us. They're enemies. They've lived too long. They've never been challenged. Notice how Hispanics get new leaders, whites get new leaders, and black folks have the same old fucked up ball tire retread, useless niggas that can't die fast enough. And they keep those, I don't know, they must be putting like NutraSweet and the embalming fluid that they put inside of people like down in South Carolina. This is how they have to go. All of them, I mean, die, have a stroke or heart attack. I mean, something. Go into diabetic shock and let someone else have a chance. And by the way, one other thing I hate about the boomers, they don't like people my age They like niggas that are 20 that they can control. So even when they leave, that nigga, they just do whatever they say. They give it to their kids or some weak snowflake. I even saw in the SCLC, they hand all the stuff over to little young gay people. Nobody with any roots gets it. They literally, the Generation X, I'm first year Generation X, which is 6'5". They keep us out. They want to pick people born in the 80s and 90s. And it's like, damn, we've been completely excluded from it. And I get told, it's time for you to stop. You're too old. I have someone 70, 80 tell me I'm too old. I says, what about your depleted ass? You can't. That's very disrespectful. And I don't think age has any. Then all of a sudden they start saying age don't matter to them, but age matters to us. And it's a contradiction. These boomers allowed feminism in. These boomers allowed LGBTQ in. These boomers allowed the Democrats, the Marxists, the cults, all this crap that's infesting us, the boomers to be this kumbaya or kumbaya sellout generation has brought us to this. We have to kick those people out. And I've told younger people, don't wait. These niggas will try to live to 100. John Lewis died in that office. That nigga knew he was sick. I mean, they knew they were sick. They wanted to die, and they no preparation of anyone. No one can get there. And then look, Cummins' ass died, and they put in that whore named Kiwesi Mfume, who's got more children than the old woman in the shoe. They put his retread ass in there. Another person in their 70s. Nobody 50 or 40 can do anything. And we accept this when the average black man dies before 70. Why do these old ass people never leave?
I mean, these are great questions. These stuff that people need to be pondering. And what we're doing, we're heightening the contradictions. We make people reveal. It's all about unveiling what's really going on. It's hypocrisy. It's bullshit. It's a death culture because you're killing the future too. You aborting the future. And you stalling the folks that need to be successors. So this is a death culture. Black culture is a death culture.
From the boomers, we have to get rid of them. They have to be deposed. We have to have a civil war in our community for our survival. Like President Rawlings just died on the 9th of November. And he had a coup in Ghana. I think he saved Ghana by having a coup. They just kicked all the old niggas out. They just took over, shot a whole bunch of people. Unfortunately, we can't do that here or jail a whole bunch of people. Because I told folks, I wish I could be dictator of black people for like 5 years. I could clean this shit up. Lil Wayne's ass would be, picking tobacco somewhere. Or cutting him. We would fix all this shit up. Tattoos would be outlawed on women. All y'all have to have that shit removed. In fact, that'd be a lot of jobs. All the people removing tattoos off people. We could put millions of people.
What do you think is I want to know, somebody in the chat or somebody could tell us, like, why do all these women, like a lot of our black women, not all black women, but they're getting a lot of tattoos? I mean, these pretty women got tattooed all over their skin.
Because as much as they say they don't like to be objectified by men, the tattoos are like barcodes. They've commodified themselves as something that can be bought or sold.
I
said it. I don't care if they don't like it.
We got a thought culture that's very much thriving. Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, and there's other women. They leading a Thotiana culture. It's thought culture.
A whore culture. This for hoes, bitches and hoe culture. It needs to go. You don't want me to say, bitch, stop being one. And when you got a skank stamp all over your body and you don't want to be called skank, let's just be honest. I'm from the generation that when a woman had a tattoo, it was a symbol that she was a whore. Now, all these people, trust me, anybody looking from now, a woman with a bunch of tattoos is proof that she's either a lesbian or a whore. So what is it about our women now where they have taken on the style of what used to be associated with whoredom? And
even sailors, right? Male sailors, Navy guys.
But the earrings used to be for gayness. So why are the men wearing all these earrings? I had to tell one dude, he says, I wish dudes would stop coming on to me. Stop coming on to me. And I said, you need to stop advertising that you want to get fucked. And he says, well, what do you mean? I says, well, you have earrings in both ears. He said, well, that's the style. And I says, it's also the style for saying you want to get fucked in the ass. Take earrings out, people stop talking to you. I says, wait a minute. Gay folks used to wear it in one ear. And then other people, I guess bisexuals, started wearing it in one ear. So the gay folks are trying to say, hey, look, I really like dick. I put in both ears. Now y'all wearing earrings in both ears. The gay folks keep trying to set themselves apart. You keep copying their style. Then you get mad when someone gay who's looking for someone who's doing the gay signals, when they come on to you, take the fucking earrings out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I think earrings are ugly. I don't. But why confuse someone? If that's what people are doing, niggas used to put handkerchiefs, like yellow handkerchiefs, to let you know they want to get pissed on. Then all these other dudes started putting yellow handkerchiefs and wonder why someone want to piss on them. You told them that you wanted to get pissed on. Stop copying everything. Damn. And by the way, one group of people got AIDS. Now we all got it. Stop copying.
We want the good and bad that white folks do. That's our problem.
We want the good and bad that niggas do.
Yeah.
I'm talking about some of this stuff, you know. In fact, I think a lot of black people have COVID because they heard white people had it. Damn, white people have. We need COVID too. I mean, right? You know, you got all this. I mean, come on. Damn, be original.
Oh, we sick, boss. We sick, boss. We sick.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I want to tell you what you talked about the molestation in our community. I was thinking about my uncle who passed away 17 years ago from HIV/AIDS complication.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually molested by a man in the neighborhood. And I'm gonna tell you the story about it. It's interesting. We had two sex predators in that neighborhood, and he was in 6th grade, I believe, and he was acting out in the class. He was normally a good student.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had a parent principal teacher conference with my grandmother. And they told her, we found out that your son has been getting molested by one of your neighbors. And my grandmother wanted to go to the police, and the principal and the teacher said, don't tell the police. Just keep him away from that neighbor. But here's the thing, the neighbor's sister.
The principal was fucking the dude. That's
probably but the guy who was molesting my uncle, his sister would lure guys to the house. Like, that's how my uncle got. He would take, get boys from the neighborhood and bring her to the house. So that's why I couldn't understand until years later why my folks did not want me to stay over people's house overnight. They were really concerned for what happened to my uncle. They can't really talk about it.
If I have children, God bless me with them,
Mm-hmm.
I won't trust them anywhere. I'm telling you, I had an aunt that was a nympho, and those niggas in there look really anxious. They'd be looking at us kids. Grown ass black men that would fuck a child.
Right, it's real, and we gotta talk about it. There was another predator in that. It was another predator in that neighborhood, my folks' neighborhood. He was a well-respected college professor at Lamar Owen College, and he was a deacon on the board of the church.
You mean mayonnaise?
Yeah, but he'll get boys. He'll bring boys over. He'll invite them for candy and say, "Cut my grass," and he'll chase them around his home to try to fuck them. So my other uncle got away from him. My other uncle was able to get away from him.
I want to say something to you about black people and this thing that I'm disgusted by. And black men are bitches and they're traitors to the black community. I remember hearing 45 years ago some men talking about a boy that got raped who was like 4 years old. And these two old Southern niggas, probably from North Carolina, was saying that the little boy wanted it because if he didn't, he would have been able to fight a grown man off.
Wow.
Black men are bitches. Black men and black women have a power issue. Whoever's more powerful, they go with. So the boy that got attacked in your family, since he was the weaker, he's the loser.
Right.
This is why we honor white people. They have more power. It doesn't matter whether they're wrong or right. They can get what they want, so you go with it. We don't operate by principles or morals or values or ethics. We go with who's going to win instead of what's right. We don't risk or venture anything to make things right. Instead, we try to go with what's safest, what's most expedient. And often what's expedient is seldom what is right. So immorality is normal. We do not have in our community strong morals. We do not have strong ethics. And if we do, we don't enforce them. So we have a conservative culture with taboos, but with no punishment structure. The day that a black predator gets beaten within an inch of his life, or he disappears, it's the day that people become afraid. We have not done that. This must happen. the day that a woman molests a child, a boy, because women molest boys too. It's a lot of it.
Yeah.
When the day that said, well, she has a pussy, it's okay if she put her pussy on the 6-year-old boy. That's gonna help him come up okay, right? Did it help Ike Turner? Has it helped Usher? Has it helped what's that boy's Chris Brown? Has it?
No.
Has it helped Michael Jackson? When black boys are molested, did it help Frankie Lyman? When boys are molested, they're just as damaged as girls. And boys are basically as likely as girls to get molested. A lot of these gay, flaming type people who've been outraged, act outrageous because no one has brought justice to this situation. So I want all the folks who are LGBTQ out there that have been taken to understand I have solidarity with you in terms of justice for being molested. Where we differ is, do you continue in the scriptures, because there's grace, do you let sin abound? Do you keep doing something that isn't good for you, good to you, good inside of you, or whatever, because a wrong occurred? How do we stop this? Was being molested good for James Baldwin? So we can go on and on about people. Frankly, was being molested good for Al Green? You know, somebody hit him up.
You know, Al Green, which one, the politician or the singer?
Both.
How you laughing? Okay, all right. I mean, I don't know what, you just hard. But everybody got a story like that. I meet women. I love women in my family that had abortions. They regret it, all that stuff. I still love them though. It's not about hating nobody. I don't hate anybody.
I'm not saying I hate anybody. So people that I know that died from AIDS that were gay or were family friends or cousins, I didn't hate them. I mean, if I like you, I like you, period. Whatever the situation is. I know plenty of people that.
Yeah, my uncle, he never got the help he needed. He was so conflicted. I mean, it was said he was a good guy, but he's so conflicted about what happened to him, that trauma that's on him. And he just only lived to be 40 years old.
And the church is fraudulent. The black church is an incubator of debauchery and wickedness. And the preachers are the sorriest ass people. I don't like preachers half the time. They're full of shit. They're rapists. They're liars. They're con artists. They're pimps. And I'm saying that coming from generations of preachers, 200 years. I trust preachers as far as I could stab them with the switchblade. Okay. So even if our so-called black religion, niggas say the church is all we have. And I always ask people, if AIDS was all you had, would you want it?
Right.
And people pause. We can have something else. We really do need to make an example. And I'll tell you, it's time for black folks to start hammering against all this abuse and molestation. The trauma levels are such that the stuff goes generations. So if I said to you, my dad's sister, next to mine, the first 3 children out of 6 got molested, and frankly, the bottom 2. So out of 6 children, 2 were statutorily raped and 3 molested. That's 5 out of 6. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. And my grandmother, if my dad told me the truth, had like somewhere between 12 to 18 abortions, back alley ones, the bad ones.
Oh, you really do damage to yourself as well as to.
And my grandmother died at 40. And
wow.
The repercussions of abortion is still being felt in my family 60 years later. I don't give a fuck. Abortion's murder. I'm angry about what's happened to my family behind this stuff. It would have been better for them to have about 10, 12 kids.
But think about Fannie Lou Hamer. She was the 20th of her parents. She was the 20, number 20. What if they had an abortion? We would never got Fannie Lou Hamer.
No, we need to have them damn babies. And one of the answers is that black people need to move back to the country, grow their own food, put up some damn solar panels. They're not hiring black people anyway. They're going to have illegals and everybody else's asses over here. Y'all better buy some land down south while you can still buy it before these Chinese gook motherfuckers are growing rice over here and shit. We get something now. Stop pretending that we're going to get accepted. We need to accept ourselves. And black people need to repent. We've been moving against God for 60 years. And this is never going to get right until our people get back to God. And it's not that unk shit where niggas walk around saying that they're gods. The more of this ancestral unk Afrocentric bullshit I see, the crazier we get. Okay, I mean
let's say if you do all that and still vote Democrat, that's insanity.
But they still vote Democrat.
You know what I'm saying? That would make it bad. You still vote Democrat. You do all this ancestral stuff and the unk stuff and the black woman is God.
It's fake. The children still get molested. You're still sucking dick. You're still eating doo-doo. The women are still munching carpet and shit. No, it's just I don't buy any of it. In fact, a lot of people are getting into all that stuff to cover for the bullshit that they're in. And they got more names and shit they can't pronounce, can't spell. Whenever you see crime, it's a person with a fucked up name. And we need to talk to black mothers about giving their kids like bullshit names that don't mean shit, names that mean my mama's a stupid hoe, a fucked up individual that gave a kid a name nobody can spell. Nobody wants to hire them. In fact, you take them to a funeral home, they can't even get the name put right on the death certificate.
So you doing your Cosby pound cake speech moment, huh? This is what you go on with?
Well, no, because Cosby had enough money to help out with the pound cake thing. Mm-hmm. My thing is, Bill Cosby, the money he spent on the white holes, had he spent on some of the people that broke ass niggas in North Philly or wherever the hell he came from, it could have made a difference. You gave it to the bastards at Spelman who threw it back at you. What if you had put that into family living where you lived in Philadelphia? Why not put it into your family association, of which I'm a member of Bill Cosby's family association? You never gave your own family association that was trying to put families together a dime. You wouldn't make an appearance. Arthur Ashe would go. You knew Arthur. Arthur was cool. I mean, what's your damn problem? Now, I like Bill. We talked about it. He apologized. But had we gotten a fraction of the money, that little ugly Howard Stern looking Dr. Spock bitch that he was playing with the sex toys and shit, giving Benadryl to, imagine what we could do with the documentation. Bill Cosby comes from one of the oldest black families in America. We go back to Jamestown. I can tell you this. I should be able to get a family grant to write this stuff up. My cousin died with severe rheumatoid arthritis, but before she died, Bill Cosby acknowledged 3 years before she died they were related.
Okay.
But the very woman that wiped the shit from his ass cracks would beg him to come to the family association meetings, and he never came. And yet he's America's family man. I'm not mad at Cosby now. See, he would have been stronger if he had invested some of that time, not just in his extended family, but in his daughters, like the one that was on drugs for all those years. There's a lot of pain in that household. Okay. And your wife's going through chemo and you messing with this little racist Jewish lesbo bitch that don't even like men. You didn't see that was a scam. Just looking at that woman that looked like a Tyrannosaurus with the fucking clothes on and shit. Why did you want her? You know, hey. Now it's pay. Your ass is in jail. And thank God you're old nigga, because you couldn't run away if you were young and they were trying to hit that booty. And the men in my family have pony ass. I mean, these folks will be going crazy for Bill Cosby. He has the mold in his ass when they get through with him. I do want Bill Cosby out. He's innocent. He didn't do anything wrong. He lied to his wife, who's also my mother's cousin. His wife is from Sandy Spring, the Hanks family. Those are my mother's cousins. On my mother's father's side. Isn't that crazy? Bill is my dad's cousin, and Camille is my mom's cousin. It's even more reason. But you know what? It's a shame. And that little fucked up publicist that Bill Cosby has his people who are getting rich off of Bill Cosby being locked up are the people around him. If they gave a damn, I'm talking about this publicist.
Yeah, I know you're talking about from Alabama, right? The black guy.
Yeah, that weak ass nigga was trying to get Black Lives Matter, gay ass Black Lives Matter to help Bill Cosby when he didn't want any gay people on his show. And they're controlled by the Jewish community that was trying to take Bill Cosby's show, and they've been trying to take his money. I was told this by a Jewish woman. Okay, I believe her ass too. Okay, so no. And no, I'm not anti-Semitic. I got Jewish relatives on all sorts of shit. And so, no, it's not an anti-Semitic thing. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. And if I'm a self-hating Jew, it's my fucking business, and I have a right to hate being Jewish sometimes when they do shit like this. Bill Cosby's ass is innocent. I think he has diabetes and other health things. He probably
Yeah,
can't.
he's legally blind, right? He can't.
Yeah,
He
right.
can't see.
He couldn't even see the pussy. So how's he gonna take it? I mean, can you imagine him scratching and sniffing, trying to find that lesbian's pussy? It's probably some stank ass shit. He probably could find it with enhanced smell. But come on, come on, come on. Bill Cosby's innocent. I'm angry. The Boulets should be helping Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby's innocent. Bill Cosby's innocent. Bill Cosby's innocent. Free Bill Cosby. In fact, free R. Kelly. He hasn't raped any more people than Hunter Biden. All you bitches voted for him. That shit too. And I don't even like R. Kelly.
I like R. Kelly music. Ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna listen to it.
Look, sisters need them because someone has to beg for pussy. My cousin Marvin Gaye used to do it. Sisters like being begged. Even the lesbians like being begged for pussy. They go to clubs so they can get begged. They love.
Well, my thing is the black woman held so much power that is not used for the benefit of herself nor for black people in the long term. Like a lot of good things, but the black woman had more power than she realizes, unfortunately.
She realizes it and she uses it for evil.
Okay, she chooses.
We have Jezebel spirit on steroids. It's the Bible talks about it. All these niggas talk about the synagogue of Satan and the tribe, the Jews that say they're not Jews. Well, it talks about the spirit of Jezebel. It's all over. It's in the church. All these fake ass women with the big ass sombrero ass hats in church that don't stand for nothing. Black women need to repent. It's interesting that the Black Million Man March wasn't perfect, but they were talking about atonement, that black men need to do better. The Million Woman March, sisters just had all this shit together. It's a fucking lie. Y'all a wreck. They need to atone too.
Oh yeah, because they did more damn. I mean, you gotta think about this with the abortion thing, all the gang banging, all the lynchings.
I tried to work with that heifer Million Woman March. By the way, a lot of them are bisexual witches, and it's Million Woman. Oh yeah, that shit was real. I'm gonna out you. Yes, bitch. You believe in having poly partners and shit. And y'all have little lesbian prayers and shit up in the Queen Mother's house. Yes, I said it. I said it. It's some gay ass dyke shit up in there. Has nothing to do with black womanhood. Y'all witches, y'all lesbians, and y'all can't lead. In fact, that's why this shit failed. And Million Woman my ass. It should be a million dyke, a million fake ass, man hating, castrating, pork chop feminist march. A real woman march will be trying to bring black man and woman together. No matter how I criticize sisters, black men and black women must be together. You'll never hear me say black men and black women be separate. I do say if a black man can't find a suitable black woman in America, get a black woman from somewhere else. Give that sexual job to another black woman.
Or get the black women that voted for Trump a chance. The ones who voted for Trump, they might be our saving grace.
We like y'all. We
love y'all. I don't know what y'all look like. I might not be everybody cup of tea. Give me a chance.
The ones that don't want to kill babies, that go to the gym and don't weigh like 400 pounds.
Yeah, we love y'all.
Actually carry you across the threshold. I bet you all the sisters that have those scooters where they need to move around, I bet you they voted for Biden.
But you know, Miss USA, I didn't know the Miss USA pageant was in Memphis last Monday. But that sister, she's a beautiful sister, and she pro-Trump, pro-gun, and her father spent a decade in prison, and she spoke to Trump about the first act. She was on that panel with him, informing him what to do. It's women out there, it's black women out there like her, and she's young.
We love them. Yeah. The black women, we love them, but we are at war with pork chop feminism. It has been destroyed. In fact, if I could be the black Joseph McCarthy, are you a feminist? Have you ever been a member of the Feminist Party? Answer the question, are you a feminist? Have you ever been a feminist? Have you read a feminist? Stand away from the stand. She's lying. Okay.
And you know, he was right about the communists in the government. He was correct about that.
Yes, well,
and they killed them.
Right.
They killed them at the Bethesda Hospital. Where they try to kill Trump.
They tried to kill Trump. But
they killed James Forrestal and they killed Franz Fanon there too.
They poisoned President Trump's food taster last year. and they had to rush Donald Trump to the hospital that's about 9 blocks from my house. There have been multiple attempts on Donald Trump. They want him dead.
Yeah.
He must be doing something right. And I need to say to you, the only time they kill presidents is when they try to do something for Black people. As little as Trump has done, it's not on the agenda for the globalists for Black people to survive. We're a superfluous population that needs to be destroyed. The Boule, the HBCUs, all of them are down for us being destroyed. The only hope that we have is for white nationalists who at least have this Black-white dichotomous concept of America that's not inclusive of Hispanics, praise God. They must become the dominant group of white people. The globalists will make us an amorphous people of color. And dumbass, intersectional, kumbaya, pork chop feminist hoes will sell us out to be able to French kiss white women on the vagina and stab Black men in the back. It's time for us to start. I mean, I'm going to just keep riding this shit. I'm going to drive you hoes, man. We're going to drive you hoes crazy. Feminists suffer. Black womanists, we coming to get y'all. Y'all get used to it. I mean, this is going to catch fire. Black men are going to start complaining and exposing your asses until we come to the table of Black brother and sisterhood and we reason to one another of how we move forward. But we can no longer function that there's a Black woman race and a Black man race. And this is what the Democratic Party has brought to us. I will always hate the Democratic Party for this, for dividing us, for the baby killing, for mass incarceration, for illegal migrations, drowning out our community. They can never be forgiven. So count me out for any forgiveness for the Democrats forever. Hate.
You the anti-Maxine, right? You doing what opposite of Maxine Waters doing, huh?
Maxine Waters did nothing when Black people were being burned out of their apartment units less than 1 mile from her headquarters in her district. Did nothing. Maxine Waters works with the Mexican mafia, as does Karen Bass, an Uncle Fester looking broad, who's congressional Black Caucasians. Okay, I'm mad at all of them. I don't want to understand. We need a Black Kool-Aid party. I love the way the white Tea Party. They just were white people acted all entitled and shit, and people come and talk to them, just yell and scream, make the politician want to resign. We have to do that to the CBC people, to just be unreasonable. We just want your ass to resign. Just get out. There's nothing anybody but you. If we acted like this and we put demands, remember Frederick Douglass said, power concedes nothing without a demand. We made no demands. We run around being praise singers for these coon ass niggas. We need to show them we can't stand them. We don't like anything. I don't care if I don't know about your legislation. I didn't see your ass do anything in the news. Even if you did something, what legislative victories have the Congressional Black Caucus won? Really?
Well, I'll tell you one that Clyburn is proud of. This 94 crime bill. That's his legacy.
Yeah, destroying Black people.
Yeah.
There's nothing that they've done for us. So Black people rise up and go after the Congressional Black Circus to attack them, to just be against them until they start doing something differently. And by the way, the Congressional Black Caucus, they're responsible for the electoral fraud, that they've never stood up to make certain that elections were free and fair so they could have seats for life, where they could give jobs to their sweethearts and their lovers and shit, and our people have died. Every district where they have these niggas serve 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Damn, big wheels keep on turning. I mean, what's his song, Proud Mary? There's certain niggas that were in office. What's his name? The one that just died. The one that used to walk around in his drawers. Conyers.
John Conyers.
Imagine that John Conyers was in Congress literally 14 years before Proud Mary. 5 years before 4 years before Proud Mary got released.
Okay.
Tina Turner just retired last year. John Conyers died last year. I mean, Tina Turner was at her peak when John Conyers had been in Congress 5 years. She retires the year he dies. That's how long his ass was there. That nigga, Lacey Clay, the best he could do was say the bitch was on welfare that he ran against. Shit, I like welfare. You know, I have an EBT card. I got that with unemployment. Man, I'm going to go. I can't wait. I get hit up next Saturday. I'm going to go get a whole bunch of sweet potatoes, apples, make pies and shit for Thanksgiving. I mean, you know, I understand sisters better now. Food stamps are cool. Everybody should have that shit. When I see something expensive, I used to economize and shit. Now I buy the brand name, you know, even if it's no better. I don't do the Scotch by shit. I can almost see why they stab a nigga in the back for some of these benefits. Anyway, I love this. Yes, I'm being disrespectful and irreverent.
Well,
it's my job.
I want to tell people this too, because we got to be better students of history. Like November 14th marks the 105th anniversary of the mysterious death of Booker T. Washington. Like he died on November 14th,
the
1915.
Killed him.
Well, you know, I'm gonna tell. I want people to understand this though. They did kill him. You know, but he was outspoken to a degree. Like he did an op-ed in the New York Age ran by T. Thomas Fortune, a person that we forget about, a brilliant journalist that we produce. He did an op-ed going out against the United States for the occupation of Haiti, for the illegal occupation of Haiti. Booker T. Washington did it. It came out on October 18th, 1915. He was dead November 14th. But his last speaking engagement was at Yale, the home of Skull and Bones. But the person they replaced Booker T. Washington with, it supposed to have been his personal assistant, Emmett Scott. It was a guy named Robert Moulton, who was U.S. Army intelligence. Now you know how Tuskegee happened. The experiment. The government did their thing.
Was Moulton in Omega Psi Phi?
I believe he was. He was a Boule guy. He a Boule guy.
Okay.
They can look it up.
The National Medical Association, which is dominated by Omega Psi Phi, right? They were the ones that supervised. In fact, Omega Psi Phi fraternity should pay reparations to the survivors of Tuskegee. It should. They're equally guilty as the United States Public Health Agency. Now, I want to say this. In 1904, Booker T. Washington took the National Baptist Convention to the White House to meet with Theodore Roosevelt to demand an end of genocide in the Congo. Didn't know that. Also, if you ever come to DC and I can take you down to the National Archives, I can prove to you, the Library of Congress, that Booker T. Washington had a major conference debunking white supremacy in 1913. Basically saying that white people had really contributed nothing to civilization until relatively recently.
And that's the so-called sellout coon Booker T. Washington, right?
That's correct.
The pen pal to Marcus Garvey, the mentor to Marcus Garvey, that Booker T. Washington, right?
The John Tyler Morgan paper. In fact, the government was angry at what Booker T. Washington had done. John Tyler Morgan was a senator, from Alabama, who was on the Foreign Affairs Committee from Alabama. Who absolutely hated black people, and they were spying on Booker T. They wanted to kill Booker T. He had the trial on Booker T. fighting against oppression of blacks in Panama. Booker T. Washington was trying to hook up black people developing Benin. The French didn't want Booker T. Washington in West Africa. Before Marcus Garvey's ass even got to America, Booker T. Washington was trying to do stuff in Africa.
He was mentoring Marcus Garvey. That was his mentor.
Before he even did that, I'm saying in 1905, Booker T. Washington was trying to set up a situation wherein black people could help folks develop in Benin. The French and the American Foreign Service made it fail. So Booker T. Washington was Pan-African.
And also, October 16th, 1901, he was the first black American to dine with a president. And they caused all type of backlash, niggas in the White House. So the white folks put in the poem called Niggas in the White House about him dining with Theodore Roosevelt as an equal.
But understand that the greatest genocide of black people at that time was going on in Congo. Booker T. Washington played a decisive role in getting the United States government to denounce what it was 15 million black people had been killed by King Leopold II. You know what's interesting? All these boule niggas, all these congressional black circus niggas, none of them have talked about the genocides in Ivory Coast that are going on now, or in Libya, or in Nigeria, or in Cameroons, or in Guinea. Are you understanding me?
Hey, they're not for us.
Going on,
Like you said, they
going on
bootleg. They're
now
not
with
for us.
55 is pretty soon there'll be 60 blacks in Congress and not a fucking word out of them. And yet Booker T, who's a coon, did.
Mhm.
I mean, Booker T didn't just do that. The national National Baptist Convention are the sorriest ass niggas that ever had a church. If he made those sorry ass nigga preachers demand that the president stop the mass murder of black people in Africa, okay, that same National Baptist Convention that kicked out Martin Luther King in 1961, okay, right? Booker T had some value. By the way, Donald Trump just did for all HBCUs what Booker T did for Howard in 1913. Was got Howard fixed on the appropriations, a fixed appropriation for Howard University, our premier black university. Booker T. Washington forced them to fund Howard University as much as they lie and say he was against education. The other thing I need to say about Booker T. Washington, he played a significant role in helping open the doors for black foreigners to come to the United States. He doesn't get any credit for it. And the National Business League, it's lame and it's not doing enough, but at least he tried. What has the Southern Christian Leadership done? What has the National Asshole Association of coon people done? What have they done? What has the National Asshole Network done? What has the Pan-Hellenic Council done? What have the damn Screw-A done? What's the National Motherfucker Association? Because they're not looking out for no health for us. All these black doctors can't create a health network. They can't have clinics. You mean the broke down, druggy Black Panthers had some shit and black doctors can't do it? Black dentists who support fluoride poisoning us can't do something about dental care?
What about black lesbian Marxists?
Yeah. Or black or bitch lesbian motherfuckers. They're pieces of shit. I'm against them. We can't curse them out enough. I'm thank you for your time.
It's awesome. This is a great deal.
We just going in, and by the way, we're gonna just attack all of them again. If you're in Atlanta, check out this nigga named War Nuts. War Nuts supports the legalization of pedophilia, the erasure of women. He's already promised to help illegals and gays and not black people. And a little white bitch, yeah, she's a Republican bitch, it's true, but she's not trying to advance pedophilia and other things that break us down. There's a difference between the Republicans and the Democrats. The Republicans won't do anything for you, and they won't do anything to you. The Democrats won't do anything for you, and they do shit to you. And it's hard to tell that. And so, but the real question is what are we going to do for each other? So, Brother Ron, you've always and I said, Brother Ron, you can put your Cash App on any shit of mine, put up on the platform. Thank you. And that's been going on like about 3-4 years. I don't care. You're the only person that gave permission. There are a whole lot of money. I don't know how much money they made off of me. You're the one person I have permission. And I mean that. And other people, no one's, and I told you that before you even started. You asked me, take it, whatever. Go and get off Facebook. Shit, I'm not using it. Now I might, and I don't care. I really don't care. And we help each other. And I hope I can do more to help you. And we're going to do more. And I'm going to just keep doing it. And eventually, by the way, y'all, how would y'all like for me, Brother Ron, Brother Dewan, Brother Darren Muhammad, and a couple of us to be the kings of Black conscious political comedy? We'll be the conscious kings of comedy, where we'll talk about Black issues, but people will be laughing and yes, and they said, where'd he get his damn doctor from? He cussed too much. He always cussing, all that cussing. and yet you're steadily listening. You're listening. This cussing. Why is my cussing bad? And all the hip hop you listen to, the cussing is good.
Oh, the fact you vote for Democrat without no good reason is good.
But the thing is if I'm paid millions of dollars and I cuss, it's good. If I'm doing it and it's free, it's bad. We're very confused as a people.
We are. But it's been proven, right, that some of the most intelligent people, they use cuss words.
Well, it works.
Yeah.
I know my audience. I mean, if I sat down and says, okay, let's be dialectical and talk about the bifurcated deterministic identity of socially Darwinistic, stratified, alienated persons who are deracinated, who suffer from anomie. And then y'all would know and say, fuck you, nigga, don't talk to all you so people. Like, I could do that. I could. And I could talk about the trajectory of transition and change for endogamous communities that have been, right? And I could do that. I can go and do white talk. Even white people don't talk like that. I mean, fucking yeah, man. I mean, so look. So it's time for me to go and get the quote.
Yeah. I hope the ice cream haven't melted. I hope she ain't have no ice cream or dairy products up in it.
Some ice cream. She brought that shit in for us.
I love you, Mom, man. I love you, Dr. Short. We love you madly. And I look forward to doing this again, family. Thank y'all for tuning in.
I want to ask you, I would like for you to interview Brother Bag X.
I would love to interview Brother Bag X. Huh?
When can that happen?
It can happen. Well, a week used to be 7 days. Now it's like it's just 2 damn days. Everything's going by fast. But it happens soon enough. We could do it maybe dare I say tomorrow, which will be, I don't know, Friday or Sunday.
No, I think Brother Bag X has something to say, and brother, he needs to do some interviews. That thing really, it did so well until it got flagged. It got pulled off. So it went viral. it went viral and they took it off. And
you know how they do, man. They the real Fourth Reich. They the real Nazis. If Trump was what they say he would have state-controlled media. He wouldn't have a problem with the mainstream or lamestream or fake news telling the truth about what's going on with this election fraud.
Right. Well,
if he was a Nazi or whatever they say he is.
Well, dictator. I'd be a dictator with the K if I'd been to what Trump did. Man, I would have like
firing squad. This is treason.
If we just had a picture of Don Lemon, or if I just gave some money to the dude that accused Don Lemon of sexual harassment and put that up on Twitter, talked about it, he could have brought Don Lemon's ass down. He could bring Cory Booker down with the dude that said he tried to rape his ass in the bathroom stall. Trump hasn't really bothered black people that mess with him.
No.
And he hasn't really messed with people that mess with him. Anyway.
But Van Jones is connected to Jared Kushner. Van Jones is such a phony. I mean, his daddy's from Orange Mound, right? His daddy's from Memphis, but he act like he's just weak. I used to like Van Jones. I knew him before. I knew him way back.
Scam Jones. Look, remember the case of the girl down in the Missouri Boot Hill that they tried to put in jail for having an argument with the white woman in Walmart?
Yeah, she was a preacher's daughter, right? Was she a preacher? Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Did you know I was helping the family? Okay. Do you know that Van Jones? Do you know that Van Jones refused to help me with that family?
Wow.
If I can find the email, because Van Jones's uncle, his mother's brother, lives in Jackson. When I went to Van Jones, we were turned away. And it was a simple case of a sister being mistreated in a Walmart. The Klan and all were threatening they were going to put this girl in jail for a disagreement with the white woman in a Walmart. And Van Jones wouldn't give any help. Wouldn't. That's my personal thing. Van Jones turned his back on this sister who was a teacher, good kid, good family, involved in the community. That's my experience. Van Jones can't do nothing for me. Van Jones wouldn't even give heed to his own uncle to at least consider. What he did was referred me to a white person at the Color of Change who basically said thumbs down, no. So I ended up going to the ACLU. The girl ended up having to go to jail Christmas 2009 for basically speaking up for herself after the Klan had threatened her mother and stuff like this. And Van Jones and them let those people down in what's that place in Louisiana? Gina.
Oh my God.
They left those people to be destroyed. They got a name off of them and left them behind.
You know, two of the supporters, one a sister of one of the defendants, she got murdered at a bail bondsman place, I think in either Baton Rouge or in what's the other one, Shreveport. And then I was friends with Marcus Jones, the father of Michael Bell, the only one who actually did any prison time, who ended up graduating from Southern. He was the one that told me to connect with Dick Gregory, and I didn't know that he got ran over by a truck on the highway maybe 6 years ago. And I mean, he was a good brother, man. They cared to assassinate that man. He was a strong black man that stood up for the truth, and they destroyed him. They used black women to destroy this man's credibility.
Sure.
And I ain't gonna never forget Marcus Jones. He was a good brother.
And guess what? Did Van Jones and them do anything for the people after they used them to build?
Yeah, the color change. It was a lot of because he called them out. Marcus Jones called out color change, all them folks. He was calling people out, man. He was a good brother.
So, Color of Strange.
Color of Strange.
Coming up on 2:30. Hey y'all.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
John.
Thank you, Dr. Short. And thank the comment people, all the people that participate in the chat. We love you, madly.
We're gonna do more of this. And the shows are going to be diverse. I'm going to have Peter Bailey. I'm going to start having folk on here. And
woke up a sleeping giant, man. It's your season, man. It's your season.
We're trying. We're going to bump up. We would like to, ideally, I'd like to see us get to, if I could, 5,000-10,000 people.
It can happen.
I'd be happy.
It's 2020. Anything can happen in 2020. Trust me, anything can happen.
And by the way, when Trump beats all the pork chop feminists, by the way, I ordered a Trump banner. Not so much to, but I'm gonna be wrapped in it. I'm gonna be on there teasing, man, pork chop feminists, Kamala.
Do they have a Kamala mask? Do they have a Kamala Halloween mask we can wear?
Everybody has
a kiss mask. Like
all you have to do is stick your tongue out and you're Kamala. Okay.
All right, Dr. Short. Thank you. We love you madly. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
All right, peace. And thank you, family. Thank y'all for tuning in. We love you madly.
Okay, I got this straight. Hey, Selfish. Hey, Selfish. You mad I'm on television? Selfish. What, you want to come up on the table? All right, y'all. I'm about to get up off of here. I'm going to exit full screen. Y'all, that book, the Angry Black Men's Book Club is coming. I think we're going to start off with Scum Manifesto, and I may add some other things. I want to let y'all know the thing that I really want to get is I absolutely want to get is a scanner so I can start sending PDFs or scan things. So I'm going to try to see if I can put my website together so we can start learning some stuff, so I can document this crazy stuff I'm telling you. So we're going to get this done. I will ask Tariq Nasheed. Y'all want to see Selfish? Selfish doesn't want to be on camera. So all of you, bless y'all. I love Dick Gregory. He was a friend. And my cat is tired of me doing this, as my mother's tired too. We'll be doing more of this, more and more and more. In fact, if y'all have ideas or people that you want me to interview, please do that. Please be on the lookout. Please be on the lookout for more content. Definitely remember my donation thing because I need that help. I need to get a scanner. I need some other stuff. So, please remember, we got to get this done. We can't do it without y'all. We need to have our own communications. Without your assistance, it's never going to happen. It's just going to happen that we're going to get this done. And look for that. I'm going to be doing some comedy maybe tonight. Brother Bag X wants to come back out and tell y'all how he's feeling. I can't wait. I can't wait. Love y'all. Love you, sisters. Come on, y'all. We can come together. We've been through far worse than this. Far worse than this. We can survive this. I want to talk to some Black farmers. I want to talk to some people that know about family planning, all this stuff. We got to talk about it. So I'm going to ask Brother Tariq Nasheed to come on my show. Maybe he will. Thank y'all. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all for celebrating this. This is, I'm trying to get this channel, Randy Short on YouTube, my YouTube. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to my YouTube, which is very easy. It's Randy Short. Thank y'all. Because I have 1,200 subscribers, I'm able to go live. So you're going to see a lot more faster. My goal is to try to probably do about maybe 5-6 things a week. Okay. Love y'all. God bless everybody. Yes, I do believe in God. I just don't talk like it sometimes. And thank you, sisters. We need you. I need some strong sisters. Y'all gotta be the police women in your sex. If y'all take up this cross to fight against the sisters that are out of line, we can redeploy and go after these no good brothers out here. But right now, there's a deficit. But if y'all step up and we work together, we can beat down the traitors in our community. I'm gonna let y'all go. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey, everybody, this is Brother Ron. I am asking you all to do me a big favor. Think about supporting the We All Be movement. Your donation is tax deductible. The We All Be Group Incorporated is a recognized 501c3. And I'm just asking you all because I want to keep on bringing y'all quality work through the way that I know how to do best. And I'm going to sing my praises and toot my horn. A lot of y'all were not hip to Dick Gregory until Brother Ron brought him on the We All Be platform, until that Django review we did. Y'all seen another side of Judge Joe Brown, and Judge Joe Brown's message has been amplified. But it was We All Be that brought Judge Joe Brown to y'all back in 2014. And so many others. And we covered so many things. So help us out so we can help you all. Peace.